and drain cleaning day or night. Always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com. I've had a night to at least digest what happened with the Red Sox at the trade deadline. And yesterday, I called us all fools, right? Because we're fools. We believed that the Red Sox were different. We believed that things were different, that this team is different, and that they were serious about winning again. And that's true. And we were lied to as well. You know, Sam Kennedy certainly knows how to polish a good turd. And Craig Breslow, in the end, probably just didn't have enough, or people just didn't like him to make the deal. But anyways, the Red Sox get back to work today. They take on the Astros. There's some moves going on with them that we'll get into in a second here. But I kind of want to sound off for a minute here regarding some of the Red Sox stuff. And again, first pitch is at 7:10. You got Cooper Criswell on the mound tonight. What the hell did actually Breslow say? What the hell did Breslow actually say? According to Breslow, the Red Sox entered the deadline with no untouchables in their farm system. Everyone was on the table, and the team made aggressive deals, but potential trade partners weren't satisfied with the offers. And you remember his famous quote yesterday was, "We were uncomfortably aggressive. Ultimately, it wasn't from a lack of effort. Other teams needed to say, hey, that's enough." Also, we were pursuing multiple impact players, said Breslow. Obviously, on the other side, teams that were operating as sellers were trying to juggle different concepts, and for whatever reason, we weren't able to line up. And this reminds me of when the Bruins say we didn't have alignment, we didn't have alignment, we didn't have alignment. So when I hear, the words uncomfortably aggressive, it's just, I hate that line, and I'm going to use it all summer long now for the rest of the summer and probably the rest of the Red Sox season. But there's a lot of things that now I'm curious about when it comes to the Red Sox. Is the farm system any good? How many years have you heard, the Red Sox farm system, the Red Sox farm system? Well, with Breslow repeating 7 times, that other teams weren't interested in Boston's offers, were you surprised that the players you offered up in the trades weren't appealing to other teams? Question mark. The Red Sox are happy with what they have, especially when it comes to their main roster. But this is the quote yesterday. "I think over the last 2 or 3 weeks, it became clear that all 26 guys on our roster were contributing and to what we were doing. We weren't willing to take a hit on our major league team and potentially impact the 2025 season in favor of trying to repackage or repurpose in a way that might have improved the future. There weren't really opportunities to both trade off our major league team and improve our 2025 outlook. So we felt like it was the best of kind to leave that group together and try to use what I think is a strong and deep system to try and improve the team." So, again, I ask, is the Red Sox farm system any good? Is it still good? Now that Roman Anthony's been called up and he's playing great, and we've seen Christian Campbell and Marcelo Meyer, although injured, we've seen these guys, right? Ceddanne Rafael is playing well. Willie Abreu is what he is, but he's a major league power hitter like he is. There's some pitching. Brian Bale, right? We'll continue to monitor some of these other pitchers as well. But overall, I am questioning if the farm system's good. And, what will Alex Cora's reaction be at the trade deadline? He was promised winning. Now, I wanted to bring this scenario up because I think this one's got legs. Yep. This one's a little smelly to me, and I need people that are on the beat to at least look into it a little bit more. But let's just hypothetically say the Red Sox have that swoon that they've had after the trade deadline over the last couple of years. It's an interesting one for Cora, this deadline, that passed. If the team does go into the tank, right? Alex Cora is not the guy that's going to take the heat. It's going to be Breslow, and then Kennedy, and then John Henry, the owner. And if somehow they use him as the fall guy, they fire Alex Cora, well, you know what that means? Your best player, Alex Bregman, will not be a part of the future. And the other thing is this. What makes you think he wants to be a part of the future that at the deadline when you're in a playoff race where he's played for teams that have won World Series, where they've bolstered at the deadline, Why would you want to be a part of that? Is winning the top priority? So I think now we have another standoff between Alex Cora, Breslow, and ownership. He signed a contract and was promised winning. So there's a lot there on the bone when it comes to Alex Cora. And Cooper Criswell gets the start for the Red Sox tonight. Walker Buehler tomorrow. Dustin May, who just was acquired in the trade, got pushed back. So he was supposed to play, but they've already moved him back. And then, oh, great. And Major League Baseball has their trade deadline. Everyone's talking baseball. They're all fired up. And around here, people are pissed. They want the team to make moves and be competitive and be a World Series MVP and be like you used to be because you're still one of the top grossing teams in all of baseball. And the reality of the Red Sox truly is that ownership isn't as determined to win like he used to be. And when people say, wow, he's very interested in what he's doing in Liverpool, he is. He probably knows he can make more money doing that. He prioritizes that. So in a way, like, I think you could prioritize both, which is something I do want to get into. There's never been a time where John Henry or Fenway Sports Group have invested in both Liverpool and the Red Sox. This isn't a Liverpool conversation. Why can't Fenway Sports Group spend on both? Wouldn't you think having one of the best baseball franchises and showing clout that you've won 4 World Series over the last 20 or so years, and now you're competitive in Liverpool, don't you want to sell both and market both? He's never done both teams go all in financially, and it's really starting to bother the hell out of me, and it should you too. There's no reason why the Red Sox shouldn't get the same attention. There's no reason why. But you know what the reason why is? They own a museum. People go. You're still going to go. People are still going to go. That's the sad part about it. You want a baseball team in this town. You want a baseball team in this town. But the guy who owns it isn't invested. So therefore, he hires a stiff who nobody wants to work with. And somehow you convince Alex Cora, who probably owes the Red Sox some sort of debt or gratitude for bringing them back. That's what the owner is operating for a franchise. He's operating a stiff in charge, a guy who polishes turds to make the team look good in Kennedy all the time. And Cora, who's probably just, this team's been loyal to me and I've won with them. They take care of my family. It's annoying. Know what else is annoying? The weekend TV schedule. The game's on Apple TV Plus exclusive tonight. How do I find that? Tomorrow it's a 4:10 game at Nesson, and then Sunday it's an 11:35 start on Roku? This is Major League Baseball these days, people. We can't just turn the ball game on and watch it on basic TV anymore. Now you got to get the upgraded package. I'm not going all Felger on you on this, but out of the deadline, this Apple TV, Roku on Sunday, out. Anyways, I got more on the Red Sox. Did they balk at Joe Ryan? We'll get into that, and I have the records. Post-deadline record for the Red Sox since the start of 2019. After the trade deadline, we'll have all that. Oh, the winners and losers of the trade deadline have been announced. Let me tell you where the Red Sox ended up in that one. We're here until 11 o'clock tonight. We got a full house. Skaz is here. We got Street Team Joe. I see intern Luke as well. We're here all night long on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Commercial prop.
on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. I got to figure out how I can watch this game now. I don't think do we have Apple TV in the studio? I doubt it, right? I don't know. We got both street. Oh, we have. Oh, whoa! We got back over there, Skaz. He's got it up back there. All right. Well, keep me posted if you see anything good. We got Street Team Joe back there, and intern Luke's here tonight. Wow. So I figured we're going to have them in studio later tonight.
I think that's in everyone's best interest, I believe.
I do. So later on, we'll have those guys in studio after we get all the nuts and bolts out of the way.
No real Red Sox updates for you, Joe, other than the fact that the Astros basically got standing ovations in the first inning. A very heavy Houston crowd at Fenway tonight.
So did Carlos Correa?
Basically got a standing O from, I wouldn't call them the Fenway faithful, the visitors.
So you mean to tell me that Fenway Park... Because I like to blame the people of Boston for this, guess.
Not blaming them tonight, Joe.
So they didn't show up. Instead, Astros fans showed up, outnumbering Boston Red Sox fans?
Just early impressions from the ballpark. A big ovation for Correa.
Let me ask you this. If this was, Skaz, again, if this was 20 years ago, okay, that would never happen. And I'm not endorsing violence, but do you know what would happen at Yankees games? Like, oh boy. So now, this is not the first time. It's probably visible today, right? The orange and
the Dodgers that weekend was bad.
I was going to say
the Cubs when they came recently.
When I went to the Reds game, I couldn't believe there were there were Reds, Cincinnati Reds fans,
big Francona fans.
Okay, all right, maybe that's what it was. Are we seeing that more now? And I'm almost curious. The money still goes to the Henrys or Fenway Sports Group.
Yeah, ticket sales are ticket sales.
So, like, if they don't. Do you see what I mean by, like, they don't care what the fans think?
Yeah, you're just buying a ticket to the museum, that's all.
And they know how to appease it by signing somebody like a Bregman. See, I mentioned this last night, and I know there's some things I want to get into here, but I honestly think that the Bregman signing was orchestrated. Cora was used to contact Bregman, right? Management wanted to potentially move on from Devers. He didn't have off-season surgery. He should have. And basically, Bregman signs. Oh, but he's going to play second base, right? I think that whole thing was orchestrated between Cora and Henry to literally move on and save that money. And I'm convinced it might not be the story. No, Joe, that's not what happened. That doesn't matter. That's my narrative. They all along wanted to dump that contract, and they used Bregman and Cora in the mix. And this is why I bring up Alex Cora today. Did he speak before the game? I didn't see many comments, so maybe we can get to that a little bit later. He's in a great situation. I got to tell you this. If they win, right, he looks great. He looks like the guy who can manage. And they got to a playoff, but at the end of the year, he can say, we're really glad to make it this far. There's some really good experience for these guys as we head into next year. But I do feel like maybe if we got a little bit more help, we could have maybe won this series. And because that's been his theme. That's
how the front office and ownership is going to sell it to you too. That the young guys here, just wait. Well, we're going to surround them with some talent. It's what they told us last offseason. They brought in Bregman. So they'll do something similar. Yep. If Bregman stays, who knows? Only to appease, not to be competitive. I think that's my mindset going forward with the Red Sox is they want to appease. The other thing is this. Let's say they struggle like they have previously, and I'll give you the numbers in a second. They struggle. Well, maybe they use Cora as the fall guy. Hey, this Cora thing isn't working out. We might like a better guy with the younger players, etc. He gets fired. Well, now you've probably lost Bregman too. And Skaz, you think that maybe they might already have? If you're Alex Bregman, why would you come back to this team? Because of Roman Anthony? That's one great player. What are they going to do to help him? Because of the pitching staff? Because of the relievers? If I'm Alex Bregman, I look at, I don't know, Houston, who just brought Carlos Correa back, who has Yordan Alvarez is going to rejoin their lineup shortly. They have Framber Valdez and Hunter Brown going this weekend, a real baseball team that's not starting Cooper Criswell and whoever hell else the Red Sox are starting this weekend. I think if I'm Alex Bregman and I have a player option, I'm not so sure I'm coming back to the Red Sox. I think I can get 35, 40 million somewhere else. If I, play like I have played in the first half of the season, I'm sure a ton of teams would be interested. Teams that actually want to win.
So essentially, what you're saying to me is, why would Alex Bregman come back even if it was $40 million? Huh. I guess I haven't thought of that. I wonder if they've thought of that. They
just save another $40 million, Joe. Either they get Bregman and that looks good to fans, or they save another $40 million. It's a win-win for them.
It's an interesting situation for Cora. I hope that I do hope the team makes the playoffs. I really do. Like, it really will help the team for the future. But
will it, though? Because don't you think you're kind of empowering ownership to sit on their hands if they make the playoffs this year? Shouldn't that be a concern?
I think I am concerned about the comments regarding Breslow. And I don't want to let Chaim Bloom off the hook either, because people said the same thing about him too. But Breslow, like, teams don't... Remember Danny Ainge had this?
For different reasons.
No, Danny knew his stuff. He just held on to his assets. This is guys who don't know how to do their job. Like, no, if Chaim Bloom was you know what? I bet you Chaim probably will be a good GM someday. Right? I think he'll be a nice little chief baseball whatever guy someday. Breslow, nobody wanted the job. He took it, and he listens to the owner. I get it. But this is why their teams don't want to work with them. They're unrealistic. There's no massaging going on. Like, Dave Dombrowski wins deals because he's aggressive and, sets the expectation like, hey, we'll give this guy up if you're willing to move on from him.
Yeah, Craig Breslow listens to the computer and nothing else. There is no room for massaging there.
So you just heard the quote, teams hate dealing with the Red Sox, said Bob Nightingale. When you talk about GMs around the league, they say it's very tough to deal with the Red Sox. And I just want to be consistent. They said that about Chaim Bloom, too.
Not a good thing.
It's not good. No, it's not good. So according to Jim McCaffrey, The Athletic, the reason that Craig Breslow couldn't land Joe Ryan was that the Red Sox were unwilling to offer any of their big league outfielders or enticing enough package of their top-tier prospects. So they were unwilling to move on from people on their actual roster when they lied to everybody. They said that everything was on the table. They were open to it. Like, they lied. And they did offer the password, though. Sources said, though, the rest of the haul offered was not substantial enough. So they were willing to give up the password, but weren't willing to give up Jarren Duran in the process to acquire a guy that would help you in your rotation now and in the future. And I think you might save some money, right? I don't know what money Duran makes. But anyways, doesn't matter. Here's the post-deadline records. Since 2019, they went 25-29 after the trade deadline. In 2020, they went 20-14. In 2021, they made the playoffs, but they went 29-29. In 2022, they went 26-32. In 2023, they went 22-34. Last year, they went 25-32. Is that a common theme there? Like, if I was a bettor, right? Like tonight would be a great night maybe to bet Houston. I don't know. I'm not watching the game. I got nothing. But if it was me, I am going to fade the Red Sox. Based off those trends, it's like they quit. I'm going to actually look up all those numbers and give you some Joe math in a second here, but that's consistent. That's a trend, Skaz.
Just a quick update, Joe. 1-0 Astros.
Oh, hey! Damn it, I wish we bet it. What's the live bet right now? I'll look that up during the break. Anyways. Oh, the winners and losers. Did you see this one? The Red Sox were listed on the losers list. They added some reinforcements to their pitching staff in the form of Steven Matz and Dustin May. And that was about it for a club that has surged back into the thick of the American League East. Matz has made himself useful in his first season as a reliever. Is May good enough to start a postseason game for Boston? He was unlikely to crack the October rotation for the Dodgers, which made him expendable for the defending champs. It was an underwhelming week for a club that has built momentum on the field. Losers. That's what you are. Here's another one. This one from Alex Spear way back in 2023, and I just wanted to be consistent. I think Milliken had this one, so I wanted to source him on this. The approach added fairly widespread frustration among other clubs when it came to making trades with Bloom, who was viewed as a difficult trade partner who overvalued his own players. So I will admit that Chaim Bloom's biggest problem was holding on to assets. I definitely think Craig Breslow had no problem trading Chaim Bloom's prospects. I think, he did it with Blaze Jordan this week. So completely on board with that. But the fact that the rest of the league doesn't want to work with the Red Sox or think they're hard to work with, that is probably the first sign to maybe bring somebody in who can actually do the job. 617-779-0985. Who we got online? I don't have my caller up here.
And go to Jeff and Quincy, Joe.
Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Jeff, you're on the air.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Joe, thanks. I listen to you quite often.
Thank you.
And I haven't called much, but this is my first time. I'll make it quick. This Apple TV thing is kind of, obviously, it's a lot of people think it's ridiculous. And I think that you should make part of the show an airing of grievances on that topic, the Apple TV. I know that you don't want to go into Felger mode, but I personally think it's justified if you do. Another idea is that maybe callers should call and give you ideas about what you think a typical day of John Henry consists of.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey,
I'm not listening right now at the same time.
Know what you should
so
do?
I'm going to
go into our YouTube chat when you have some time. Go to YouTube, right?
Yep.
Watch the show live, get a nice little sign up for a screen name, and then you can chat with people, and you can start all that up in there yourself. And I'll read them.
All right.
All right, cool, man. Thank you. I'll take content suggestions whenever anybody wants to give them. And I don't want to go into Felger mode, but Skaz keeps moving his monitor back there, and I feel like something's happening every time you do that.
No, just still 1-0 Astros.
I think I have a login, right? I might know a guy on that one, right? What is it? Apple TV? Just go to Apple.
Yes.
TV. Do you think I can get it on my desktop, or do I have to
Yeah, you should be able to.
All right. Well, I'll work on that. We'll work on a break. We'll continue to take your calls. And something going on with Garrett Crochet? We'll do a little bit of that coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Should see me trying to figure out this Apple TV thing. It's, feel like I'm pretty good when it comes to technology. This is, woof. I'm also in a studio trying to get it on our TV in here, but, yeah, well, I'll figure it out. We always do, everybody. We always do. Oh, speaking of that, I just saw Dan Shaughnessy. Wow, unlike Greedy Nesson, Apple TV shows home run replay after third out of inning, before cutting to commercial a half second after the third out. Then returns for next inning before a pitch is thrown. I forgot what it's like to watch a real baseball broadcast. Ooh. Oh, throwing shade. One Dan Shaughnessy. Love it. Oh, yeah, he reacted to it yesterday. He said, "Are you surprised?" I'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. I just wanted to touch on this Garrett Crochet thing really quick. Should we be concerned about Garrett Crochet? It's August 1st, everybody, in case you didn't know. Since June 1st, Garrett Crochet has pitched over 66 innings in his entire career. In the months of August, September, and October, he's pitched a total of 64 innings. I think the Red Sox are starting to push back on him a bit. They've already given him extra time. They gave him extra time. So since the All-Star break, they've pushed him back twice. They've given him more time. All-Star break, and now they moved him back to Monday. I think this could be a regular thing now, giving him extra time. And maybe this is why they added May or Matz or whatever. Who knows? Maybe Stroman's available. I don't know if they'll go after him. But they need innings eaters, and that's what Carter Crawford was a year ago. They don't have him now. So these pitchers that can eat innings, they don't need to be good. They just need to eat them, right? And just be healthy. That's how the Red Sox look at it. So they're going to continue to push Crochet back to give him the time that he will. But is something wrong? Like, why are they doing this after they just gave him so many days off? Why are they? I have no problem with them doing it. It just raises a flag to me. So I think that's why they went and added maybe May, because they just need a guy. And by the way, Dusty May does not throw a lot of innings. You looked up his history of innings? 2 Tommy John surgeries. Here's a couple other numbers when it comes to Garrett Crochet. The Red Sox are 15-7 when he starts. They're 44-44 when anyone else starts. So if they're worried about his innings or worried about just anything when it comes to him and push him back, he won't pitch as much. And maybe they've already looked at it that way. But if he's not going to pitch as much and they limit his availability, they're not making the playoffs. Which is another reason why you should have gone out and signed or traded for Joe Ryan. This season's been about the front of the rotation and the back of the bullpen. Crochet and Chapman. That's what this season's been about. And Chapman's 37 years old, who's had, one night he threw up one night, a little cramp, whatever it was, and then he's back. If they start monitoring these two guys, again, when Crochet doesn't start, they're 44-44. I just think it's something to be a little bit concerned about. That's all. And I'm starting to look into it just a little bit. 617-779-0985. That's the number if you want to jump aboard. I'm still trying to get this Apple TV thing going, but it doesn't look like it is working. Okay. I thought I saw something about people who are at the game tonight. I was wondering if the owner was there. Like, is the owner there tonight? Anyways, you can call in if you want. I do want to move on to some Patriot stuff because, of course, the old Patriots had their season ticket holder event today. I saw Sarge there today. Who else did I see? By the way, Mike Riley's the star of that show. I think I saw Mike Dussault there. Who else? Dan Copen looks like he was in the house as well. So that's a good time. And if you're coming home, I'd love to hear from it. 617-779-0985. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. And hey, did anybody watch that football game last night? Wanted to just go over a couple of things that we saw that were a little different. So we'll do all that coming up next. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Park with all Houston Astros fans over there. It's currently 1-0 Houston. So we'll tell you what's going on in that game. I still can't get on to Apple TV. I have Apple TV. I can't get on. Why? I can get on my phone, but I like to use my phone when I'm on the show. So I don't want to have to watch the game on my phone while I do the show. Is this me? Am I Felgering right now? Is this what's happening to me? Am I being an old right now?
Joe, you're being a little bit old, but I think you're being an understandable old. I think this is a common thing that a lot of people it frustrates.
I'm frustrated.
Rightfully so.
I do have you know what I do have? Does this make me old? I have a laptop and an iPad. Should I just whip that out?
Whip it out, Joe.
I still have an iPad. You know what I like to do is when I stream, I do like a lot of card stream stuff. I like to just pull up the iPad to see what it looks like while I'm doing it.
Yeah, there you go. That's a professional right there, making sure the shot looks good.
Damn right I am. That's how I roll. Hey, you worried about Crochet? Like,
am I worried about the guy that's never pitched this many innings before in his career? They just handed a big contract to, and they've already pushed back his first start post-deadline? I would say I'm a little worried.
Did you hear those numbers? They're 15-7 when he starts. They're 44-44 when he doesn't.
They should be better than 15-7 in his starts, too. They give him 0 run support.
But if they're pushing him back now twice since the All-Star break, don't you think that they're probably going to limit? Like, is this why they got May?
It's why they should have gotten a real top of the rotation guy. But no, Dustin May is 5 ERA. He'll slide right into that 4-5 spot and give Garrett Crochet tons of rest.
He's never pitched far. Hasn't he always had the injuries?
He's always injured. Another guy
I think he's got good stuff, by the way. I just don't. He stinks.
He's not available most of the time.
Yeah.
He's Kristaps Porzingis, but worse. He's a worse version of Kristaps Porzingis.
He's the so if Kristaps Porzingis is the unicorn, is he the gingercorn?
Something to that effect, sure.
Street Team Joe like that one. All right, well, let's go to the phones here at 617-779-0985. Well, people are leaving the Patriots game. Savage. What's up, Savage?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
So, are you the Savage from Twitter that everybody that's me. So real quick, all right, what's your real name?
What's up? Scott.
Okay, so Scott. Okay, do you call yourself? Are you like self-proclaimed Savage? How did that happen?
No, it just started. It was just the brand I made, and then I thought people identified me better as saying Savage. But like, if I do my podcast now, I say it's Scott from Savage Sports. So it's not really like I'm not trying to pretend to be someone else. My name's Scott. Like,
okay, no. Listen, this is why I want to talk to you. So are you like an aggregator, or do you just find news and you want to let everyone see it? I follow you, so I'm complimenting you.
Yeah. No, so it's I kind of do a little bit of both. Like I'll aggregate news if it's something really big, but honestly, like I'm from here, from Boston, and you know, I'm a huge Pats fan myself. I'm a season ticket holder. So like honestly, I just like doing my own pod and chatting about the Pats, and so
all right, what's your pod? I want to check it out. What's your pod?
Savage Boston Podcast.
Savage Boston Podcast. All right, Scott from Savage.
Yeah.
You're leaving the season ticket holder thing tonight?
Yeah. No, it was a good time. I wish, to be honest, I just wish it was longer. It was about like an hour. I thought it was going to be an hour and a half, so it's like a small complaint. I wish it was a little longer, but I thought overall Drake started well. Started crisp. Didn't make a ton of mistakes. Until he stepped up in the pocket and hit Diggs in the back shoulder. Diggs bobbled and Spillane picked it off. And then later in practice, Diggs had a really kind of a poor read, poor throw, and Alex Austin would have had a pick six in a real game. And he the last play of the game was a pick six to Alex Austin, so it was pretty disappointing.
So for all the talk about him not throwing an interception, he threw 2 today and 1 was a pick six.
He threw 2 today. I would say the first one, like he stepped up, went off platform, threw it, and probably hit Diggs like in the back shoulder. So to me, like, was that a massive error? No. Avoidable, probably, with a little bit better throw. The last interception was bad, and that's hopefully that's just coachable. That's not an interception he should throw, and it's a really nice play by Alex Austin. But we all saw it in real time. It's just it was like Ty Law and 2001 Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like he's read it all the way and would have been a touchdown. So.
Got it. All right. Well, he's Savage. He's on Twitter. His name's Scott, and he has the Savage podcast.
Thanks, brother.
You got it, man. Appreciate you calling. Thanks, dude.
Appreciate it.
All right, bye. I always see that guy. And again, when I saw him, Street Team Joe put Savage in there, and then the thought in my head was, does he call himself Savage? Did he call himself Savage? He did. Well, now we know he's Scott. So I think we've cleared that up now. But that's him. Pete is leaving the game. Is leaving today. Hey, Pete.
Hey, I was actually sitting next to Scott today at the game, and the Alex Austin interception was quite clearly a pick six. But since you guys already talked about it, Stevenson put the ball on the ground today, and you just got to think of, how long is his leash?
All right. So what else? What about Will Campbell? What happened there?
Will Campbell looked fine today, nothing glaring. He got stepped on, it appeared, at one point and came up limping, but right back out there the next play showing his toughness. However, Bourne went down, and Bourne did not come back.
Oh,
he
no.
looked like he was limping, went into the blue tent.
Okay. Did anybody stand out that you have no clue who they were, and you're like, hey, who's that guy?
It's not that I don't know who he is, but I think his name is DJ James, the cornerback.
Yeah.
He looks really good, and I've been at training camp a few times, and he's impressed. So if you don't know who he is, he's a person to Google.
Yeah, I've heard great things. I've heard he's probably made the best case for himself without Gonzalez and at one point Davis. So DJ James, huh? He played for the Seahawks before, right?
Yeah, he was drafted by them and got cut, like a 6th-round pick, I believe.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, the second-year corner. He played. Did he play at Auburn? I think.
I don't know. I'm not a big college guy.
Yeah, I know. I think he did. I just, yeah. Well, man, I appreciate it. Thank you, Savage and Pete, sitting next to each other at the game. Who else? How about Tyler and Newton? Tyler, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Bro Murray, I love you, dude. Listen, I got a bunch of notes. I was like live tweeting my buddy while I was at the practice today. Here's the thing: that last dude didn't quite get it right on Will Campbell. He's great on run defense, man, but I'll tell you, I think the pass protection is not there. He did get beat on at least one of those inside-out moves, real handily, and it wasn't by Keon White. I forget who it was, but it wasn't somebody who you'd be too worried about, right? So I think he's great when he's great. When he's not great, he's non-existent, right? And the thing that the other guy missed is between plays, and they were keeping the pace, but they weren't flying. Between plays, he was gassed, hands on the hips, gasping for air between just about every play from what I was watching. I had binoculars. So he's I don't know, man. He's hit or miss. I think they weren't giving him a ton of support, We didn't see a lot of tight end lining up to back him up or anything like that. Otherwise, just a couple quick hits. Kyle Williams, I think he had one drop, but he was looking good, dude. A couple of quick passes. Him and May seem to be connecting. Couple of random names for you. Spillane, he had a real nice interception. Right place, right time. That seems to be his thing. And then Stevenson with the fumble. Woof. And then Jack Westover, 2 plays by him.
He's a tight end, right?
Surprising. Yeah, physicality after the catch from Westover.
Yeah,
thanks, dude.
Yeah, I got you, man. Thank you, buddy. He was a good tight end. Washington, I want to say. It's weird. I'm not Barth, but it is weird when I hear a guy's name. I'm like, did he play at Auburn? Did he play at Washington? Was that guy who did this? Hey, I got that like sickness where I can remember that. Again, I'm not Barth level. But when you mention those guys, I know who they are. So, all right. Well, I'm glad to know that this is how people feel. Hey, Nate is on the line. He's in Marshfield, and he hates Yahoo. What's up, Nate?
Yeah, Yahoo Sports is a joke where they're already competing with ESPN and stuff and all the other outlets that are way bigger than them. And then they go and F up this thing with Joe Ryan, tweet out and say, oh, Red Sox have got Joe Ryan, and they have me and all my buddies jumping for jubilation and just having a party for about 3 minutes that we got Joe Ryan, and then they go and delete the tweet. And I just want to make sure that us as Boston sports fans hold them accountable for what the hell they did the other night.
Hey, Nate, real quick.
That was stupid.
All right, I don't consider Twitter a news source, but do you consider Yahoo a news source?
Well, this is the thing that Yahoo Sports what they're trying to do is be a reputable source. Like, what else are they trying to do? They're in sports networking. They're trying to get a name for themselves and have credibility, and then they go and do that. And it's a joke.
Yeah, listen, I think when people break stories and aren't articulate about it or even sourced it, I think it's irresponsible.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're going to go and break a story, make sure you have the story. Don't just pull the trigger to try to be the first one, and then you look like an idiot, And then you got idiots like me pissed off.
Hey, man, all I can tell you is this. Twitter, did you see it on Twitter?
I was sent it by a friend who's he's on it, but he wasn't on it that night. But either way, Yahoo Sports, they got to get a grip.
All right. Well, I appreciate you at least calling them out. Anything to add to that, Skess? Oh, did I go late?
What do you mean?
Am I supposed to break right now?
Well, we have a headline, but that's normal for us.
Oh, we're normal right now.
Well, we don't have another commercial, if that's what you're asking.
We just have to pause.
Just a headline. Oh, okay. Yeah, Joe.
Dude, I'm confused. We got a lot of calls there.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I can't get up in arms at Yahoo, and they had it was an intern that posted that. That's who's running those accounts.
Correct.
They misread a John Morosi tweet, and they had a graphic ready to go.
Yep.
Don't go to Yahoo and Fox Sports for your MLB news. Go to Jeff Passan. Would be what I would recommend.
People have mistakenly put out end of the world updates too. Remember?
The poor people of Hawaii got that notification.
And listen, when they got the tsunami warning this week, I mean, there was an earthquake in Russia, and obviously Japan. It affected many places across the country. But those alerts are. Hey, by the way, this is a little learning moment for you, Luke, back there in Street Team Joe. That's why we do the emergency alert system. It's something that has to be done in case there's some sort of major emergency. They want to make sure that the emergency alert system is still active. How does that make you feel? You feel like you learned something today? All right, well, we'll go to the headline here. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Tell Your Tire Studios, WBZ FM and HD1. It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Mazz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Paisley Media Group Station. Essential Sports Hub headline. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, bottom of the fourth inning over at Fenway Park. Red Sox trail the Astros 1-0. Cooper Criswell got the start tonight. Well, yeah, just a big amount of Astros fans over at Fenway tonight. It was Walker who hit a home run in the bottom of the second inning. So far, Criswell, 4 innings, 4 hits. Gave up the 1 earned in the home run. Got 2 strikeouts through 43 pitches. As for the Red Sox, Alex Bregman already has 2 hits versus his former team. And the Patriots, season ticket holder practice has ended. Drake May threw 2 interceptions, 1 to Robert Spillane. 1 was a pick 6. And it looks like Kendrick Bourne left the field. Headlines. They are brought to you by our good friends, and of course they are our good friends over at Kesh's Law. Kesh's Law, they specialize in helping those who've been injured not only from a one-time incident, but a lifetime of hard work and labor. Does it sound like you? Visit Kesh'sLaw.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Get
There's the potential there for big stuff.
98.5 The Sports Hub app. Get the app.
All right, hour 2 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm anticipating having Joe and Luke in studio later, and there's something I need to tell Joe about Luke, and there's something I want to ask Luke about our conversation the other night. So I'm looking forward to this, guys.
There's also some breakfast talk or something.
That's what I was going to
Okay, all right, yeah. I've heard some scuttlebutt back here that there's breakfast talk.
You weren't here last night, Luke, to defend yourself, but there were people definitely upset in chat. I haven't read the chat today at all. Is there anything going on in there today?
No, I haven't really looked once, to be honest with you, Joe, so I couldn't tell you.
All right, well, I'll do a what's chatting. We got to come up with a better word for that. What's up, fam? And just go through and see what we got. Ryan and Malden's in there. Carrie Ann loves breakfast. Igor. Brian Griffin. Who's Dawback? I like the name, though. Nation.
Brian Dawback.
Maybe he's in there. He was a great, he was a streaky hitter.
A AAA guy, yeah.
Do you know his story? He was a replacement player. That's how he made it into it. So I think Kevin Millar was too, but I'll have to double check on that one as well. My mind escapes me. Okay, people want to talk about what happened at this practice today, and I got stuff on Vrabel that I would really like to play. We got PB and RI. Hey, PB and RI.
What's up, Joe?
Hey.
It's actually not PB. It's Poopy Boy. But I was at the practice today, and Diggs was screaming at Mapu at the end of the game, at the end of the practice, and one of the coaches kind of had to break him up. I don't know why no one brought that up. I don't know what it was about. I don't know if he was trying to get a roster spot but Diggs was definitely not happy with him.
I have a question. Why are you called Poopy Boy?
Poopy Boy 333 on Twitter.
Yeah, but
Go Friars.
But why Poopy Boy?
Because it's funny when people get mad and they're getting mad at a username named Poopy Boy.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just
No, I'm not saying you're mad. Just people in general.
He's a Twitter troll on Twitter. He's a troll. He's a loser.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, what a shame. We didn't get the breakdown of Patriots practice from Poopy Boy. That's a real shame. What an incredible loser.
This is what happens, Skaz, when I invite the public.
No, let him call. Bragging that you're a Twitter troll that goes by Poopy Boy. Not sure it's as cool or funny as you think it is, but congrats.
I wanted to know about Savage. I asked Savage, and I think the rest of the people that have their online presence wanted to communicate.
Yeah, go Friars, Joe. What a great representative.
The Providence Friends don't like the Shats. I'll say that.
Well, there you go.
I was just guilty by association. But I wanted to know if he was Poopy Boy because he might have pooped his pants. Because I've done
No,
that.
it's funny, Joe. Don't you get it?
No,
Poopy Boy on Twitter when you're making someone upset. That's funny. That's really funny. It's original. It's clever.
I was going to share a story the night that Hulk Hogan died, that I pooped my pants once at a wrestling event when I was like 5 because it was Hulk Hogan, and I pooped my pants for the main event and I had to leave. True story.
Were you forced to leave, Joe, or you had to leave?
It was a evacuation situation.
Evacuation on all fronts.
Fronts and backs. Okay. Alex is in L.A. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Joe. So with the whole Terry McLaurin thing, one, do you want to see the Pats actively pursue him? And then two, what would it actually take for to get him?
Probably a second in money.
Second in money. You don't think they'd trade any receivers, Booty, or anyone like that?
Probably Booty, Polk, something like that, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
But my whole thing, though, is do you think that another team might have something better to give?
No, exactly. I know.
The Patriots realistically would have to give up as high of a second-round pick as they possibly could. And I'm sure teams they're probably asking for a first. Here's the deal. This is getting into a really bad level with him, to where they need to tell him, hey, we want you, let us work it out. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think it's getting to a point where he might get traded.
Yeah. And I was wondering, like, why the odds. I saw the odds shot up today where they were, like, plus 5,000 to plus 450 or something. But I haven't really heard
the Patriots have the most salary cap space. That's why.
Yeah. I did see that.
Yeah, and by the way, they've been on every receiver that's been available. You know,
that is true. I know. So,
but hey, listen. Last night we mentioned that the Raiders were on that list and the Chargers were on that list too. And I mean, I don't know. Would Harbaugh be crazy enough to give up a first-round pick? He hit on McConkey last year. They've hit on first-round picks. So it's kind of what would they do it just to get the guy? You know?
Yeah. No, I'd love to see the Chargers, ship off Quentin Johnston in like a first-round pick.
Oh my God, they would have to do that. They'd have to do that. Washington.
I think a lot of people out here would be happy with that.
So the Patriots don't have that. And it's not
totally
Bourne, right. It's not, it's not Pop Douglas, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I would hope to keep Pop. Well, thank you, Joe.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
Joe, you might want to take a quick peek at Slack. Someone is in John Henry's box tonight.
I saw this earlier.
Yeah.
And I thought it was from years ago because here's the deal. Yes, someone is in the box, but I thought that was Heim Bloom in that photo. Can we talk about a photo that nobody else can see on the air right now?
It's on Twitter if people want to see it.
Oh, it's on Twitter. Okay.
The gentleman in the photo quote tweeted it and said he was called onto the carpet.
Okay, so this is who I see. I see John Henry. I assume the head of hair of Linda Pizzuti.
Sure, I think that's fair to assume. Yeah, you don't want to assume, but I think that one's fair.
I thought the person next to John Henry was Heim Bloom. That's who I thought.
I think it's a younger gentleman than Heim Bloom, but I can see why you would see that. It's similar.
And then next to that appears to be Tony Maserati.
Joe, I believe that is one Tony Maserati sitting with John Henry tonight. We should have some scoops on Monday afternoon. Former Nesson employee, I should say, Tony Maserati. What do you think's going on in there?
I got antennas right now.
What do you think that conversation's like?
Well, I got a lot going on up here. There's a lot going on up here, and I'm being quiet.
Should we recreate, Rogers in the box with
my God,
Tony Mazz?
Tony Mazz!
He's in John Henry's box.
He's in John Henry's box. I sound like the guy from 8 Crazy Nights.
That's a technical foul.
That's a technical foul. Tony Mazz is in John Henry's suite. I've seen this photo 3 times now, and you've brought it. So now that you've said, "Hey Joe, you need to look at this," now I believe it now. No, I swear that looks like Heim Bloom.
Good week for John Henry, though. He was rubbing shoulders with Carabas the other day. A long, extended conversation with Carabas, and now he's breaking bread with Tony. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I didn't say it out loud. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wanted to. Okay. Now it's making sense. Is this today? Is this real?
Does this move up Tony Mazz in the most influential people in Boston sports media rankings?
We got competition.
Does this launch him into the top 5? Maybe.
So Mazz has June Lee on his show. June Lee does the story on Felger about being the most influential, and then hold my beer, Tony Mazz in John Henry's box. Who's the most influential person in Boston?
Think we can get Mazz to call in after the game?
I love this because I need more. Like, this is gossip. This is good. But I bet you there are listeners that are like thinking that he's the biggest fraud.
Carabas sits with the guy all the time. He doesn't get in trouble for it. Why should Mazz?
I don't think he's a fraud.
If I got invited into John Henry's box, I'd take the walk. I want to see I want to see how the other half lives.
If John Henry invited me into his box, I'd be like, what do they feed you?
Yeah, well, of course, that would be your question, Joe. What's on the menu?
And I'm like, hey, what kind of cigar do you smoke, man?
You think he could smoke a cigar in the box or no? Even he couldn't get away with it.
I'll tell you this. Andy Wong of the Kowloon Restaurant has told me that back in the 80s, Red Auerbach had his own seat at the Kowloon, and he was there so much that they basically just put Red's meal on the menu. And he would smoke his cigar in Kowloon. So is somebody going to tell Red Auerbach not to smoke his cigar? Is somebody going to tell John Henry not to spark one?
While we're on the topic, Joe, I have a similar story. The legendary Gil Santos, one of the all-time greats. When the Patriots, back in the day, they weren't on TV too much. Not a lot of national games coming, but then they started, playing really well. They were on TV quite often. It's a story I've had told to me a couple times. And Gil was a smoker. He used to smoke in the booth, old school. And when one of the new I don't know exactly who it was, but the Pats were on TV and someone was in the booth next to him, and they knocked on the window and asked him to put it out. And I think he very politely told them to go F themselves is pretty much how it goes. So when you get to the level of Red Auerbach and Gil Santos, you can do whatever you want, and rightfully so. You're a legend. So
you're absolutely right.
In on that.
I might have shared this story with you before, but remember Bert Sugar? He was a boxing analyst for years. He wore the hat. He's been in movies. I did a show one day where he came into the studio, and dude, those cigars were pumping, baby.
Yeah, I bet Charlie Sheen might have had a couple cigarettes.
Oh yeah, but what was I going to tell Burt Randolph Sugar that he can't smoke cigars in the studio? I almost wanted one.
Hey, but we can get Ice Cube back in here. We could.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'd be worried about is the smoke alarm.
You don't want sprinklers going off around the equipment.
If we could light one up in here, baby, we could literally say that we fishbowled the studio.
Might get a little cloudy on the YouTube feed.
I mean, listen. Where is Ice Cube right now? I don't know where he is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you get Big Poppy in here, bring us some samples.
Yeah.
There you go.
We probably have to go out to the garage, but still, that'd be cool too. I've told you my story. I did a cannabis event with David Ortiz, and I thought that I was going to have one of the luxuries of partaking with David. We partook in steak and lobster and potatoes and other stuff, but unfortunately, the sweet slugger was not. We did not pass the Dutchie to the left-hand side. All right. Well, I got to figure out what's going on here. I see you guys lined up on the phone lines, too. So we'll get to you. Skaz is here. I'm Joe Meyer. We got Street Team Joe and Luke here tonight. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Zone.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5
here on 98.5 The Sports Zone. All right, I've got it all together now. I've got it all together now. So, I thought the pick was old. And the pick that we're talking about is Tony Maserati is sitting in the owner's box. The owner would be John Henry, who I believe is with his wife, Linda Pizzuti. That's what I believe. So after further investigation, after going to the booth, Tony Mazz has tweeted out, literally called onto the carpet. So Tony Mazz is sitting in the owner's box tonight with his son. Because I believe he did say earlier that he was going to the game tonight. So I've put it all together now, everybody. Mazz is at the game. So you know what I just did? I just texted Mazz. And I will wait. So here we are. Someone just goes, Mazz responded, pal. Hey, listen, I'm doing a live radio show. What are you doing? I'm trying to entertain the people and give you instant analysis. This is what I got. Frank is in Harwich. Hey, Frank.
Joe, first off, absolutely disgusting that we got dragged in and we thought there was going to be a season. Okay? First off. But this is not the story in Boston anymore. Little timeline. Tony works for Nesson for a year.
Yeah.
Fantastic, by the way. Calls it how it is. Then, no longer with Nesson. We're not going to speculate whether he got fired. We're not going to speculate whether he removed himself from the operation. He then goes and buries them all day. And now he's in the box?
Well, I'm a fraud,
What
too.
are they talking about? What are they talking about?
Hey, real quick, Frank, I'm a fraud, too. The day that the 1975 Red Sox were here, I called them losers because they lost. And what did I do?
Yes.
I went to the game that night, and I sat with Carlton Fisk, and I sat with him in a box all night. So I, myself, am a fraud and a loser.
I don't think you're a loser. I think you're the best.
well, I'm accountable for my actions.
Sure. But no more than 70 minutes later, he's at that ballpark sitting with him.
Yeah, but Frank, if
What is going on?
If John Henry asked me to go to the booth, I'd be in there too, bro. And you know what? I think you would too.
Yeah, I probably would.
See what I mean?
Probably would.
Like, dude, this is what I'm trying to. Yeah, all right. Now we can laugh about it, right? No. This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. Mazz, right? Who you just said crapped all over the Red Sox all day long for not making moves, and now he's literally sitting in the booth. This is hilarious.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This.
You were all pissed off, and now you can laugh about it, right?
Yes.
This is hilarious.
For sure. Now, this is teeing you up, though, and I'm not going to tell you to stay up all night. This is teeing you up for maybe the greatest article of all time on the Sports Hub website.
Listen, it's already probably handled somewhere else. Trust me. Somebody's probably.
Okay.
I have a job I have to do till 11 o'clock, so I don't have.
Yeah.
I can't.
You have a show to do tonight, Joe.
That's
you have
right.
A show to do
hey, real
tonight.
quick, you're in Harwich?
Yes.
Dude, have you been to Three Monkeys?
I'm literally driving there right now.
Dude, the Bao Buns, baby. Oh, do you ever go to the Minnow behind there? The place is always packed. It's always like 50 plus, though.
The Minnow is good, but if you go right across the street to Perks,
yeah,
it's the best.
All right,
it's
bro.
The best.
Well, I might head down there at some point this summer. Thank you.
I love it. Behave yourself tonight. Thanks.
Thank you. He called it all pissed off, and then we talked it out, and then we laughed. That's what I like. And enjoy Three Monkeys. It is awesome. And it's like this new trendy Harwich bar. But behind there is the Minnow. I drove by one day and I was like, there's a lot of Mazzes in there. That age group, excuse me. Oh well. Well, we were gonna do something here. What's the rundown say, guys? What were we supposed to do here?
820 says McDaniels tires pumping. We were going to talk about McDaniels getting his tires pumped. Or maybe a lack thereof from Davante Adams.
Hey, did you hear that Drake May hasn't thrown an interception all camp?
I think that's old news after tonight, Joe.
Should we play that? I don't know if you got that audio, but there's a lot of pumping of the tires of Josh McDaniels, and I can give you the quote if you don't want to play it, but I watched this video of Davante Adams the other night, and he was literally complaining about how he's never been hit like this because he played for Green Bay for all those years, and Davante Adams is, if you realistically look at it, he's been one of the most consistent wide receivers for probably a 10-year span. I'm not saying Hall of Fame level, but he's been an elite level wide receiver. Now, granted, when you have Aaron Rodgers in his prime, things can go pretty well, but he also played for Jimmy Garoppolo, and I thought that that's what the issue was all about. Well, sounds like everybody there was pretty miserable, and it was because of one guy. Let's hear it.
It's buffering, of course.
Oh, of course.
It's
right
buffering.
That was a perfect lead up, too.
Yeah, where I'm getting the spinning wheel now.
And he did this on, what was this on? ESPN Los Angeles. So he, because who the backup quarterback of the Rams is, for those that don't know, it's Jimmy Garoppolo. And, people wanted to ask Davante Adams about, hey, man, this video. Sounds like you were throwing Jimmy under the bus, huh? And, well, he came out and just had his own, he said it was a very dark time in his life.
Yeah, it's
all right. Well,
it's still spinning. It says, I love Jimmy. It was never a personal thing. That was just a dark moment in all our lives. I think all of us were pretty miserable over there. Not exactly a ringing endorsement.
And he might have went in to say that it was the coach. We were miserable. Which I think is somewhere in there, but the point is, all we're hearing about is how great Drake May is, Josh McDaniels. Whee! Mm-hmm. People elsewhere still aren't over that. It's called PTSD. Tom is in the Bay Area. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Joe. I think it's great news to see Mazz up there with John Henry. We've been ripping them all week for a lackluster trade deadline. Hopefully Mazz is there to, get some real insight in John Henry's perspective as to why we didn't add a real pitcher or a real bat,
Okay, real quick, let's talk this out. All right, if you're a fan, so if you went in there, would you say something to John Henry, or would you respect his time?
I'd respect his time, and I'd ask him, hey, John, what happened at the trade deadline?
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. I don't think I could sit there and not bring it up. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Red Sox. I love the Pats. He's the owner. I'm going to ask him, hey, what happened?
So
are we in it to win it, or are we just here to sell hot dogs and jerseys?
So you're looking at it as this could be a good thing that Mazz is in there.
I'm hopeful. Yeah, I got to be optimistic, Joe.
Oh, hey, man, Shawshank, hope could be the best thing or the worst thing, baby. It's one of the worst things, having that kind of hope.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
I appreciate you, bud. I've texted Mazz. I need more.
There's some people in the YouTube chat who thinks we should have put a wire on Mazz tonight.
I know. Well, I can text somebody that's there and be like, hey, can you go into... Hey, real quick, will you go to John Henry's booth and ask for Mazz and be like, hey, Mazz, did you ask John Henry why they didn't make any moves at the deadline?
Maybe he'll call in. Maybe he'll call in post-game. It's already the 6th inning, Joe.
I wouldn't know. I can't find it.
Cooper Criswell, 6 innings, 1 run. Can't ask for much more than that. But the Red Sox can't score, so could have used a bat. Could have used a bat at the deadline.
So you mean to tell me that the Red Sox, who traded Rafael Devers, that same Rafael Devers who called out the owner multiple times for not making moves, they traded him, and now they don't have any hitters? Oh, and one of the guys that they traded him for was a top 10 prospect that they traded for Dusty May.
Yeah, I think that's kind of flown under the radar a little bit.
That's a bad trade. They gave up a relief pitcher, too, a minor leaguer. This is what, remember we had Chris Hadfield on last night.
And he crapped all over that trade pretty much.
Do you know what Breslow's starting to remind me of?
A robot?
Yeah, but you know how there's like... I'm trying to use a better analogy, but did you ever watch the show Lost?
No, but I know the premise. Street Team Joseph. Him and Kevin talk about it all the time still.
Up. Well, you would probably know the character, but his name was Ben.
Is he the one with the hair?
He's the one that was like the anti, like, so they're like Jack was the good guy, and like, all I'm trying to say is the guy Ben was like weirdly smart, but at the same time was like the worst to work with. Like, would kind of guy that would like put, seafood in the microwave at work, that kind of, or like just something to that degree, just hard to get along with, but yet would use these big words to like manipulate you. I don't know about Breslow. I just don't know about that guy. Like if it was me, I'd just pay a guy that knows what he's doing, wouldn't you? And then tell the guy that knows what he's doing, hey, I don't want to spend money, so do you want the job or not?
It's a crazy theory, Joe. It's a crazy theory.
I get a guy that actually knows what he's doing, but also tell him, hey, I know you're great at your job, but listen, I don't want to go over the second CBT, so have at it, Hoss. That's why nobody wants the job. Kyle's in the car. Kyle.
Hey, Joe. Big fan. How are we?
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, I was just wondering, I was reminiscing on the old 2013 Red Sox last night, and at the trade deadline, we actually had a real GM in Ben Charrington, and we added pieces like Shane Victorino, Napoli, the closer, like the Japanese guy, I forget his name, and that Craig Breslow is a puppet to John Henry. He does whatever he says. Breslow does not negotiate any of these deals. We're going to be mediocre for 10 years, and I don't think we're going to make any moves for the next 5-10 years.
Well, I think what will happen is once the Red Sox really look like a competitive championship team, I think John Henry, that's when they'll start to spend money. I do. It's just, can they get there?
Would you have made an effort for, let's say, Carlos Correa?
So what I would have
get Toro out of there.
What I would have done is, if they really wanted to get out of Walker Buehler's contract, I would have traded Walker Buehler and prospects to acquire Joe Ryan and maybe a Correa, because even though you're they ate a lot of the money for Correa, but it gets you out of the Walker Buehler money.
The Twins were not interested in that,
and they weren't. I know they weren't. But all I'm saying is that's the when they talk about the deals that weren't made, it was the Red Sox were trying to dump money to acquire money. They would have done the deal if the other team accepted it. That's what they're trying to tell us.
Right, but I mean, at the end of the day, that we were offering them pennies and hoping they would bite the bullet.
The Red Sox were offering them pennies and take our money and crap.
Yeah.
To help? Oh,
but, I hope it comes
help
around,
us.
but
help us. We're so easy to deal with. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're desperate at this point.
Yeah, appreciate you, Kyle. Yeah. Listen, Breslow can tell us whatever he wants. They would have made a deal if the other team would have been accommodating. How about that? If other teams were accommodating and taking off payroll, the Red Sox would have been dealers. But why does anybody want to help the Boston Red Sox? For real. Think about that, people. I'm not letting them off the hook. I think it's a problem. People worked with Dave Dombrowski, though, didn't they? 617-779-0985. What do we have next? Oh! Somebody's been going around town with the old Stanley Cup. We'll tell you who that is after the headline here. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headline.
for in or out. How about that? You can come when you do in or out. You can come in, and I can't wait for you and Luke later. And Luke, I got one for you too. So I'm not letting you off the hook tonight either. It was so funny. I've had people this week being like, "Dude, who's your intern?" And I'm like, "That's Luke." And they go, "Hey man, I kind of like the way he stood up to you, but I really hated his breakfast takes." And I was like, "Yeah, man, can you believe the breakfast takes?" It had nothing to do with like, but anyways, people were happy that. I mean, I didn't think I was standing up to you. I just you were standing up to me. I just thought it was funny that there's certain breakfasts you don't like, and my mind is blown. But I am curious the in or outs for Joe, because I don't know how many you have tonight, Skaz, but I'm always interested to know what's on Street Team Joe's mind.
Maybe I have 6 tonight, a normal amount, but maybe Street Team Joe has some in or outs for you tonight.
Oh yeah, that's what happened the other night. Luke had in or outs for me, and we got into it. So maybe think about that the next 10 minutes, Joe. If you got anything for me, doesn't even have to be about sports. Anything. Come up with 2 or 3. All right, 617-779-0985. Brad Marchand, he's keeping the Stanley Cup party going, everybody. You know he'd have a pretty cool day with the Stanley Cup, right? That's what everybody gets. The former Bruins captain, of course, not only held a party in Nova Scotia where Sidney Crosby and Nathan MacKinnon were among the guests, but he even took the Stanley Cup for a spin in the bed of the pickup truck. And do you know where he took that to, Skaz? Where do you think he'd go to bring the Stanley Cup in Nova Scotia? What do you think is the big chain restaurant?
You got to go to Tim Hortons,
There you
Joe.
go, baby. He threw it in the back of the truck. And was in the back of the truck and went to Tim Hortons, where the keeper of the cup, Phil Pritchard, joked that he would order a what? What do you think he would order?
A Boston cream pie donut, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Apparently he did not. Marchand was held above the cup, however, during his party. His kids did eat ice cream out of the Stanley Cup. We can only assume it was Dairy Queen. Marchand has signed on to be the ambassador of Dairy Queen's 23rd annual Miracle Treat Day on August 14th. By the way, I love myself a Blizzard. There was, the only Dairy Queen I had growing up, because I grew up in the city, there was one on the Weymouth, Hinghamish area. I don't know where that was. It was on the way to Nantasket Beach. But we didn't have Dairy Queens in Boston, so I love myself a Dairy Queen. Oh, Blizzard sold in Canada will benefit 12 local children's hospitals that day. Well, anyways, Brad Marchand taking the cup everywhere. I wonder who brought it to Cape Cod a little while ago. Was that Butch Cassidy? Did Bruce take it to Cape Cod?
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
That's right.
No.
If you had the Stanley Cup for a day, Skaz, where would you bring it?
I don't know, Rainham? What am I supposed to say?
Meet James Scaramuzzino and the Stanley Cup at Rainham Park.
I'll take it to the dog track. Yeah, there you go. Big enough parking lot there.
I would do a tour. I would do a tour from Boston to the North Shore.
Oh yeah, you would get the full Joe Murray treatment.
I would start at the Dedham, the Legacy Place, and then I would just the whole long way possible. Maybe I'll cut through the city. Do you think the Cup would make it down Star Road Drive, or could it get Star Road? I don't know. Take it right over the Tobin Bridge, right over, straight up Route 1, stop in Kowloon. Oh, that'd be great. You probably have to go to the Banana as well, and then just go 128 all the way to Gloucester, baby. And just take it all the way back the other way. It'll probably be my day with the Cup. 617-779-0985. We got Dan in Dover. Dan.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. In relation to Joe, the streaker there, I streaked on water skis on Sluice Pond in Lynn, right? I would have the Stanley Cup on the bow of the boat, and I'd be bare naked on the back, getting pulled around on one ski. another take on the Red Sox, please, if I may.
Okay. Yep.
Not only did we get kicked in the Gagnones yesterday with the free agency, now they're not even on television. It's like it's a double whammy. Thank you very much, Red Sox.
What did you call them? What did they get kicked in?
In the Gagnones.
Gagnones, huh? Were you the Peony? Were you the guy who called in about the Panoni thing?
Yes, but the Gagnones is different. Yeah.
What is up with you?
I'm Italian. I'm sorry. That's who I am.
Do you know how many times have you heard that in your life? Whenever you say, dude, what is wrong with you? And they go, I'm Italian. How many times have you heard that in your life?
It's not.
No. Sorry, you, sir.
I've heard it.
You're more Italian than I am.
Quite a few times, yes. Do you have any idea what he was saying at the beginning of that call?
I have no clue.
He said Streaker Joe. Does he think Street Team Joe is Streaker Joe?
Okay. His name is Joe Ariano. He works on our promotions team. We call the promotional team Street Team. So to tell the difference between me, Joe, the other Joes that we've had, he is Street Team Joe, STJ. But you know what? Streaker Joe. We could create a segment for you, Joe, if you want. Dan in Dover. Dan.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. In relation to Joe, the streaker there.
I think he thinks Street Team Joe is Streaker Joe.
All right, so Dan in Dover. Dan.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. In relation to Joe, the streaker there.
So real quick, what bit could we create where Joe could be a streaker?
None that won't get us in trouble,
The
Joe.
only one I can think of is underwear. I don't know why.
I would say that caller was very hydrated. It sounded like.
All right. Well, John's in Gloucester now. What's up, John?
What's up, Joe? I just heard you say if you had the cup for a day, you'd bring it all the way down to Gloucester. So I wanted to ask, what would you do with the Stanley Cup in Gloucester?
Well, I love Long Beach, so I would probably. I don't know, man. I'm not from Gloucester, but I like to vacation there. Where I could probably have a big party at that. What do they call that little venue now? Where Little Sister is right there. The Cut.
Oh, the Cut. Yeah,
it's nice in there.
There you go.
Where should I take it? Oh, you know where I could do it? I could do it where they do that Christmas tree of lobster cages.
What, at the police station?
No, I don't want to go there. Well, what about the greasy pole? Could I try to run the greasy pole with it?
Oh yeah, you could get it up there.
That's true. Where should I go with it?
Blue Collar Lobster.
Dude, do you know that I've been there recently? Do you know? Are you saying this because I was there recently?
No, just because it's the best.
Yes, Blue Collar is outstanding.
Fantastic lobster.
I went there with my family on July 4th. And
there you go.
And they said, we've been waiting for you. And I was like, oh. And we had lobster rolls and it was great.
Nice.
No, I can bring it there.
Right.
I can hit up the owner. We'll get it done.
Cool.
All right, buddy.
Go out back and get on the fat tuna.
So I've never been on the fat tuna, but I do know that there are people who work on that show who listen to this show that are on Wicked Tuna.
Hell yeah.
So there are times when I'll be like, they'll tweet at me and I'll be like, dude, I'm watching you right now on whatever channel that is, Discovery.
Yeah. Maybe National Geographic now, I forget.
Hey,
all right.
Well,
thanks,
no,
Joe.
real quick. Now that I got you, who's got the best lobster roll in Gloucester? Besides Blue Collar.
Oh, I haven't got it anywhere but Blue Lobster in probably 4 years.
Well,
that's where I go. So
No, I'm a fan of the Dairy Maid every once in a while on a half price too.
Oh, LBDM's not too shabby. Yeah, if you're down there on Long Beach.
That's where I stay, right over there. All right, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Well, I went late there, Skaz, again. One more. Larry in Danvers.
Hey, how's it going, Joe? First, I want to say big fan, long-time caller, first time caller, long-time listener. I just want to know, what's your favorite roast beef shop on the North Shore?
Jamie's is my favorite. Doesn't mean it's the best. It's my favorite.
Jamie's. Have you ever been to Modern Butcher?
I can't get in there on a Saturday, but the owners are very nice people, and they have great subs.
All right, good to know. Thanks for the call.
Have you been?
Have you been? I've got to say, I've been one time there, and it's easily the best by far. I found.
I'm gonna have to check it out, bro. Thank you. I got to get over there. Would you wait in line on a Saturday morning, Skaz, for a roast beef sandwich?
How long's the line?
Probably over an hour.
No. I'm not waiting in line for anything for an hour, Joe. Nothing.
I mean, I could probably, I don't want to pull the card.
Like, if you told me I was going to Augusta, I was going to the Masters, I'll wait in line for an hour. I'm going to the Ryder Cup, I'll wait in line for an hour. Other than that, FIFA World Cup game, sure.
The last time I waited in line for something was to meet Ric Flair and Pete Rose. Pete Rose never showed up. He's not showing up, by the way. Ric Flair showed up, but he had a big cut on his head. And I asked him about it, and he said, well, he smashed a beer can over his head. And I said, of course you didn't. That's the last time I waited in line, guys. Not much gets me in line anymore. All right, hey, we're going to do In or Out next. You listen to 95 The Sports Hub.
What's it gonna be, McFly? Are you in or out? More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Cooper Criswell. He went 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 1 home run, had 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, but 84 pitches on the night. Garrett Whitlock has entered the game. He did give up, we mentioned that home run, but Wilyer Abreu with a sac fly to left, which scored Trevor Story in this one. So 1-1, top of the 8th, starter out for the Sox. Let's see if they can attack Mr. Brown of Houston, Hunter Brown. And the Patriots, they had their season ticket holder practice at Gillette Stadium. Drake May threw 2 interceptions on the day. Also, Kendrick Bourne walked off the field into the practice tent, or the injury tent. Is that what they call it? The tent. The blue tent. That thing. Headlines brought to you by somebody. Brought to you by Kesha's Law. At Kesha's Law, they specialize in helping those who've been injured not only from a one-time incident or of a lifetime of hard work and labor. Does this sound like you? Visit keshaslaw.com. I'm Joe Murray. Are you in or out? Next.
Listen to it. Laugh at it. Get mad at it. Agree with it. Argue about it. It is Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5. The Sports Hub.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
Second, for those that don't know, Skaz curates some questions. Street Team Joe has curated questions, just like our intern Luke did when he was here. The baseball things off him. Well, Streaker Joe is in studio. Street Team Joe. So you were here the other night and then went to Pat's camp.
Yeah, the next day. So I had like 3 hours of sleep that day.
And you met Sarge.
I met Sarge, and then I went to trivia night that night.
How was he?
He's a lot of fun. He's really good at it.
And I really mean this. He's one of my best friends.
He is one of the nicest guys. Like, it felt like he knew my family for 10 years. He came over, to our table so many times, just like, Joe's the man. Like, you guys are great parents. Like, it was so funny.
He does. That's not an act.
Yeah, the whole place was warmed up. I mean, there's no reason. It's a sellout every time.
He is the best MC, master of ceremonies going, and they know that.
Yeah,
and I've known that for a long, long time.
Yeah, I've noticed that at the Patriots camps, he's unbelievable. Like, his tent is always packed. People coming over there.
I'm going to be with him for a couple events coming up, so
I'm going to have to stop by.
We might have to get you north some night.
Yeah. Sarge is the man. Like, what'd you say? He's in the Joe Murray club.
He's a friend of Joe.
Yeah, that seems like a good
FOJ,
club.
friend of Joe.
Yeah, friend of Joe.
Skaz, friend of Joe. What do we have tonight, sir?
All right, gentlemen, I'm more excited for Joe's contributions tonight, but we will start, and why not, at the movies. A little bit of movie news today, maybe even yesterday. The Social Network 2 is happening, but Jesse Eisenberg has decided not to return as Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network 2. Gentlemen, are we in or out on The Social Network 2 without Jesse Eisenberg?
Out. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Skaz, can you, do you have a synopsis of, what the movie is supposed to be like? Is it still involving, the whole Harvard thing?
I would imagine it's a continuation of the first one. Apparently Jeremy Strong is who they're going to have reprise the role, if that's what you want to say. But
so
hard out.
They're going to have someone replace him.
It's actually a story about now that Facebook became big, what happened from there. It probably gets into the meta stuff, too, I bet.
It might be cool. It might be like a cool spin-off, but I still am out.
I like that character a lot, that actor.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. He's awesome. The Winklevoss is going to be in it?
That's what's the first thing Zoe asked when I talked to him about it. So, just pause for 1 second here. Movie?
I might be the last ever.
Wizard of Oz is bigger than those. I'm just trying to go with, what's up there.
The original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory I have seen.
But I agree with you. I love Grease, and I've shown kids who are under 20 these days, and they hate it.
Yeah.
I told you, I showed them a Mariah Carey Honey video, and I slobbered when I saw it when I was a kid. Now they can't even appreciate it.
If you read about the behind the scenes of The Wizard of Oz as well, it's not really a movie I feel great watching either, knowing what was going on there.
Don't even worry about all that.
Not so great what was going on.
See, Skaz, this is the difference between our generations.
What we have more information?
Yes. And now you probably are not. This is exactly what you mean about it doesn't hit like to your generation. See, I was forced to watch it. It was on like network TV once a year. It was a hell of a Halloween costume.
Yeah, graphics weren't good enough for me. I was out.
Joe, have you seen Citizen Kane?
No.
I have not.
Okay, well, there's like an old movie that holds up, stands the test of time. Clockwork Orange.
I know
those
all
are classics.
I
Rear
know
Window. Yeah.
Anyways, next.
All right, gentlemen. UFC legend Dustin Poirier has announced that he's going to step into a new chapter as an MMA analyst and commentator for ESPN. Gentlemen, are we in or out on Dustin Poirier, the commentator?
He can make more money not to get his ass kicked. You know what? I remember we had Justin Barrasso on last week, and he basically thinks that Poirier, although he announced his retirement, will probably come back because he's so good. Maybe him taking some time off to be an analyst will get people behind him to make a comeback. Maybe some of his commentary might get him back in the ring.
Don't you hope those guys don't get back in the ring, though?
Well, do I want to see Daniel Cormier back in the ring? No, because I think he's been great at what he's doing. But he's done it, though. Like, he's been a commentator and went back in. I mean, Stipe Miocic probably could. Anyways, yeah, guys, I prefer when they stop, they're not going back in the ring. But here, listen, ESPN's got all the dough now, right? So it happened today with the NFL Network and Red Zone and all that.
Did you see Conor McGregor is back in the USDA pool?
I did not.
I saw that today on Twitter. Confirmed.
Whatever. He's over.
You don't think he's got one more fight left in him?
Yeah, sure. He's got fights, but he's
not going to win.
That's the thing.
I know that's probably true, but he can still headline a card at his age.
He can. And I love the Diaz brothers. They can still kick ass too, but, so sometimes I do worry about these people, like health-wise. But whatever.
McGregor seems already gone.
McGregor's here's what happens in that sport when you're Ronda Rousey and these stars. Once you take that hit to the head, that's it. He also broke his leg, right? Has he really come back from that?
Yeah. From Poirier, right?
Well,
Wasn't it versus Poirier?
There you go.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, gentlemen. Chili's. Everybody loves Chili's.
I love Chili's.
Our friends over at Chili's were selling limited edition $350 cowboy boots made from real booth leather from some of their restaurants. Gentlemen, are we in or out on Chili's limited edition booth leather cowboy boots?
I'm in. And the reason why I am in is it all comes down to, do you think you could pull them off in public? And I think I could.
They are in Slack if you need a picture for reference.
I don't need a picture reference. I think I could. If you got me like a Thomas Rhett concert or something, I think I would pull them off, and I think the ladies would like it. Now, would it be a one-time use? It very well could be. Would I probably break the shoe? Yeah, my feet are really wide, so I don't think I'm lasting too long in these shoes.
I'm out. Who the hell wants booth boots?
They sold out in under a minute.
Can we talk about Chili's, Joe? How good Chili's is.
I love Chili's. Real quick, I was with Topher last week. Who you guys know Topher. And we drove by the Chili's in Reading. There was a fire truck there. We were worried that there might have been a problem. But real quick, the $10 3-meal deal. You and I could go together, Joe. We could get salsa dip with chips, queso dip, drinks, and I get the chicken crispers because I like the way that they almost taste like Chinese food chicken fingers, the way that they batter them, and it comes with fries and corn on the cob. $10, buddy. That's a meal deal, baby.
We could go there and do some damage.
We'd get sick too.
But
what
would be our drink of choice?
So much.
Almost Arnold
so
Palmer?
I don't. Yeah, mine would be an Arnold Palmer, but I probably wouldn't do a drink, like an alcoholic drink.
Big question: is Chili's your favorite chain restaurant? Would you say
it's probably Cheesecake Factory?
Okay.
Well, does Capitol Grill count as a chain?
Oh, look at Mr. Moneybags over here.
I say yes.
I would say
but
pound
I
for-
don't know. That might be a little unfair.
Pound for pound, in my opinion, Capitol Grill is the best steakhouse. I love Del Frisco's, and he's a change, right?
Mm.
My favorite outside of a steakhouse chain is Cheesecake Factory.
When I was so young, I always thought like going into the Cheesecake Factory, I was like, this is like what fine dining is like. Like this is awesome.
Because I mean, let's not for nothing. It's not a cheap restaurant.
No, it's not cheap, and their menu is huge.
Yeah, literally, it's like a book. It's like Mike McCarthy's playbook when he was on the Green Bay back in the day.
Yeah, it's a little
or Andy
overwhelming.
Reid's playbook.
Every time I go in there, it is a little overwhelming. The menu.
Yes, I get the Buffalo Blasts, right, and then the macaroni and cheese balls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Those are good.
They're great. Their burgers are incredible. You ever had their buffet breakfast? It's fantastic.
Their breakfast.
Yeah, they got a great.
They're
breakfast.
open for breakfast.
You've never had?
I've never had Cheesecake
Dude,
breakfast.
Cheesecake Factory breakfast is good.
How much is a buffet?
I don't know, but probably $30 plus.
I'm still
per
in.
person.
I think I'd still be in. I've never heard of that.
Excuse me.
My answer would have been I'm not your average Joe's. I think
They got the best bread going.
Yeah, the bread, the onion.
We should do a best bread countdown one day.
Yeah, we could be there for hours.
Does Luke like the Cheesecake Factory? Thumbs up. Okay. Would he go to their brunch? Next.
I should have known that bringing up Chili's would lead to multiple tangents. That's on me.
I can't believe these boots sold out.
The Chili's and the 99 are the two correct answers. There.
Oh, how did I forget?
It's the 99. It's the 99.
I think the 99.
How did I forget
wins.
that?
That 99 wins.
I love the 99.
Everyone loves the
Oh,
ones.
always the real deal.
For my birthday, we used to drive like 40 minutes to a 99. Like we could go anywhere, and I'm like, Mom, I
Yeah,
want
but it's
the
where
90.
you want to go.
Yeah, it's like the 99.
You know,
has
there's one
everything.
right down the street, right?
I know, but out from Westboro, it took a little while to get to a 99. But we made the drive every birthday, so I could go to a 99.
Okay.
All right, this will be my last one, then I'll turn it over to Joe. Gentlemen, are we familiar with the film Small Soldiers?
No.
This is what I was afraid of. This was a movie that I watched many a time as a child. It's basically like action figures come to life, kind of, silly, goofy kids movie. But the Small Soldiers co-writer, Adam Rifkin,
I know what this is.
says it's time for a sequel. Gentlemen, are we in or out on Small Soldiers 2?
These little guys came out when I was watching Power Rangers. So, this would have been 97, 98, right?
Yeah, 99, maybe. Right
Okay.
in there, right in there.
Before, because I graduated in 2000, so it was right before I graduated. I know who these are, but when I was a kid, there was a Toy Soldiers movie. And there was a song called My Toy Soldier. But, yeah, I know what this is about. They're unaware about the programmed military's technology, right? And they wanted to... Yeah, I know what they are. Out! You know what, actually? You know what? I don't know if I'm out on this one. Because could it hit today with the technology?
I think there's something there, Joe. Little new age toys coming to life kind of thing.
But is it geared towards our age or is it geared towards children?
I think this would be a classic example where you're making a kids movie, but with the adults also in mind. There's movies I would say Shrek is kind of like that. These movies where they sneak in jokes and subliminal messaging and stuff like that.
Stuff like Despicable Me is great for adults.
Despicable Me. What's the zoo one? Zootopia.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
Yeah, I like the what was the other one that the kids like? But what you would do is the Trolls.
I have not seen the Trolls, but I've heard good things.
Legos was good too. Those are for kids though. No, I've watched Despicable Me on my own before, by myself.
Good movie.
And just left it on. And who's the other ones that their mother, the husband and wife duo?
The Incredibles?
Incredibles.
Oh.
There we go. They're another one. That's towards for adults too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would say
Anyways,
so.
I'm in. Are you good? Anything else?
Now I turn over the floor to
All right,
Street
Joe,
Team
let's
Joe.
make this quick. Let's do a 2-minute drill with Joe Ariano.
All right, first question, Joe. Taco Bell has rolled out.
How many balls is Abreu going to hit on foul? It's the right now. It's bottom of the ninth, 1-1. Runners on first and second, and Abreu has almost won the game twice. And by the way, I have logged in. It's finally the ninth inning, and I have now logged in. I had to use something called passkey. I don't know how it worked, but I scanned something, and then I put my code in, and then it worked. Let's take some calls here. I got a question for you, Skaz, in a minute here. Let's talk to Mason in Buffalo. Mason.
Hey, what's up, Joe? So, I just think with the Patriots this year, I think this is a year many Patriots fans are excited for because this is the most we've done in an off season, and as you've probably seen a long time. Also, what's your thoughts on Kendrick Bourne potential injury he got in training camp today?
If I'd put him on PUP and try to save him.
Yeah, I agree.
Like he'd be a nice little addition if you need to make a move week 5, right?
Yeah. Do you think maybe the team, because now Micah Parsons is available?
Yes.
He sent a trade request. Do you think the Patriots could try and get him?
Okay, Mason, this sets up my question. 2 players in the NFL have asked to be traded. Terry McLaurin of Washington and Micah Parsons of Dallas. Skaz, I ask you, if you could have just one, who would you want?
If I could, so Terry or Micah Parsons?
Forget about what it cost you.
I think for this year, for this team, Terry. But if I was like starting a franchise, it's Micah Parsons.
So I think it's Micah Parsons all day. I think he's a game changer. I think he's a game wrecker. I think he'd be somebody that the opposing team would have to game plan for constantly. He's an animal. That's no disrespect to McLaurin. I understand that getting that top wide receiver for your quarterback is important in this league. I understand that. But the other night I mentioned that they have their quarterback, left tackle, and corner. They're missing the pass rusher, right? If they acquired Micah Parsons, they would have literally the hardest 4 positions that you need covered would be covered. And yes, you would have to pay Micah, and would the Patriots do that? I think Vrabel would be fantastic with him. You could probably try to spend less on defense with him on the field at times because you're giving him the money. I don't know how realistic it is. I think other teams may want him.
I don't think the Patriots should go after him.
That's a first-round pick and more.
Multiple first-round picks.
I was going to say and more. Like your baseline is next year's first-round pick and more.
And the next year's first round. But the Patriots are not good enough as a team to be giving up multiple first-round picks at this point in time. If they were a good team with a good roster, I would feel differently about that.
Now, if we put all that into the equation, McLaurin's the guy. All you have to do is probably give him 4 years at 100 and give up a second-round pick, which, again, probably still steep, but it's not Micah Parsons level. Micah Parsons is a better player than McLaurin. But my choice would be Micah Parsons. But when you add the logistics and everything into it, it's probably McLaurin. But for me, it's Parsons all day. Like if it was me, I would put Micah Parsons on my team any day of the week.
Those Cowboys defense has been really good the last couple of years.
It's true.
No, they were ranked 21st in the NFL last year.
I know. That's what I meant. He is a game plan guy, though. He's a game changer.
Yeah, he's a great player, but the Patriots are not in a position to add a guy like that.
It's probably the answer, Skaz. Are they in a position to bring in Terry McLaurin?
I think something like that where it's a second or a third and maybe another player, that's more realistic.
I agree with you. I'm still the guy asked me the question. I would take Micah Parsons. What makes sense for the Patriots? It's probably McLaurin. All right, let's take a break. Come back. I did want to just mention this Vrabel thing regarding he got ranked I wonder what people think he got ranked. We'll tell you what that is. There's some audio for that, too. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, we're in extra innings right now. 1-1 is the score. Astros and Red Sox. And I just want to let you know that if the ABS was in, that was a strike. Instead, it's 2-2. And Weissert has to throw again, and he throws it outside. So that I would prefer not to walk somebody, but, you know. Cam Smith, huh? This Apple TV here is pretty great. They give you strikeout probabilities and little player profiles. This is some good stuff here, as I crapped all over it earlier. Jarren Duran. Does everybody run on Jarren Duran now? And the Patriots had their season ticket holder event tonight. Drake May threw 2 interceptions. Headlines, they are brought to you by... Who are they? Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit knowingatoilchange.com. You can save 15% off an extra through oil change. Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Installing a mailbox, planting a tree, or planning other yard work? Don't dig yourself into trouble. Click digsafe.com or call 811 first to prevent damage to buried utility lines. It's smart, it's free, it's the law. Click digsafe.com or call 811.
Do these guys believe in each other? By the way, Roman Anthony smashed that thing, huh?
If it's not, the 10th inning with two guys on second and third, I'm pretty sure the center fielder gets there, but he's playing in. So either way, that run's scoring.
I looked to see what
it's a great at-bat.
I looked to see what the betting odd was. It was minus 500 Red Sox.
That got all the way out to the warning. Yeah, that's a hell of an at-bat. Get it in the air, get it deep.
That's all. That's
what they teach you.
I'm glad he knew that.
He might be the only one, Joe. He's our only hope.
And it's weird, man, but Trevor Story, dude, is he really going to be a 2020 guy?
Luke said next week.
Next week what?
He'll be a 2020 guy.
Yeah. Is he really going to be one?
Yeah.
And he's one of the best offensive shortstops in all of baseball?
I'm not going to go that far. But Trevor Story has been better than I thought this season.
I thought Trevor Story was going to get DFA'd.
They needed him tonight. He made a hell of a play in the top half, too, throwing to home.
That's what I was going to say. I wanted to give him Cooper, Joe, Ryan, Criswell, huh? Who would have thought? Everyone loves Trevor Story tonight. Jared Carabas is on. Wouldn't trade him for Shohei Ohtani.
We have a tweet from Tony Mazz, Joe.
Let me look at my text. Okay, go ahead. Yep.
The Red Sox are 1-0 when I kiss the ring. Just saying. Tony Mazz 1 minute ago on Twitter.
Well, Mazz, if you're listening.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that from Mazz.
Mazz, I appreciate you. I will bow to you. Kiss the ring? Yep. I mean, if you'd like to break any of the news tonight, Mazz, feel free to call in. We're here until 11 o'clock.
617-779-0985.
Thank you.
You know what? Mazz can call the hotline.
Mazz,
you know what, Mazz? Call the hotline.
We'll skip Musings for you if you want.
I don't think he's in the car yet,
Well,
give him a couple minutes.
I have a feeling that Mazz is sitting in his car and he's being chauffeured. Oh, imagine if it was like the Henry chauffeur.
Now I think you're taking it too far, Joe.
It's like Home Alone when he says, "Your very own pizza." All right. Hey, Musings next. And it's a good one. It's about aliens. Bye.
More Joe Murray coming up on the
in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
Murray's Musings here on 98.5 The Sports. Well, I got a story I wanted to get into that Skaz is familiar with as well. We'll do that in a minute here. The big story tonight, though, is the Red Sox won 2-1. But Tony Maserati was in John Henry's booth tonight. Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. They rolled out the carpet. He sat there. People photoed it. I have texted him. I'm waiting to find out. I have opened the door for him to call in if he is listening. Feel free, Tony. You are more than welcome. But I would like to know how this happened. I'm sure you're going to save it for your show because that's what a smart guy would do. But I'm greedy.
Just a taste, Mazz. Just give us something, you know? A morsel.
Like Fanucci. Let me wet my beak.
Yeah, just a little. Help out the guys at night, you know?
For those that don't know the Fanucci line, it's from Godfather 2. Do you know that, guys? Street Team Joe.
I don't think you need to sell anybody on that one.
Aliens. Back to the aliens, guys. So I know that you at least know a little bit about this, guys. I was educated by one Mac Hollins of the Patriots, and, well, he was on the PUP list, and then he posted a video about aliens. Why don't we hear? Then you could set it up after, Skaz, but this is just Mac Hollins, who was on the PUP list, not on a football field, and then post a video, and then the next day he's on the football field. Let's hear it.
A silver disc landed behind the schoolyard. A figure stepped out, but it wasn't human. The students all described the same thing. Eyes like marble, skin like gray rubber. They didn't hear its message. They felt it. Inside their minds. A warning. September 16th, 1994 in rural Zimbabwe was a normal day. Until it wasn't. The teachers were all inside, and the students were outside, yet they all drew the same picture of what they saw. Nothing around but open fields and forest until that silver disc landed. It happened during recess. Over 60 children between the ages of 5 and 12 all said they saw the same thing that day. Psychologists were brought in, investigators, UFO experts. Some called it mass hysteria, but why just the children? And why did their stories stay consistent even into adulthood? They didn't imagine it, they remembered it. And that's why the world still can't explain the aerial school incident.
So I'm all over this one. And it's funny because I sent it to Skaz, and Skaz goes, well, Joe, I'm very familiar with this incident. Joe, Street Team Joe, you in on aliens? Luke, aliens? Down. Okay, out. So, Skaz, do you want to share the story? Do you know someone that might have been here?
I don't know him personally,
okay.
But I'm a big fan of The Yak, which is a daily show, and one of the producers of The Yak is Za, who is from Zimbabwe, and this is something that Za has talked about on a couple of occasions. I believe he went to the aerial school in Zimbabwe, and yeah, this is something that happened. You can feel however you want about it, but this is an event that happened. There is documentation that it happened. All the stories have been consistent. They've stayed consistent throughout the years. No, variations or anything like that. But yeah, so this is obviously it's a small, kind of agricultural school in Zimbabwe. But yeah, the BBC was on this in I believe it was 1994 is when this happened. But they said that telepathically communicated to them a message with an environmental theme was kind of their takeaway from it. And it's something that people have tried to kind of learn more about, but because of the culture in Zimbabwe, it's not something that they're overly comfortable talking about at length. So it's almost as if they, keep it close to the vest because of, their cultural, religious beliefs and stuff like that. But yeah, this is maybe the most well-documented event. And if you go to the Wikipedia page, because I just did here, it says Barstool Sports writer Za spoke in an interview about being a pupil in aerial that day. He recounted that he saw a bright light come down from the sky and aliens exit it. Other witnesses were interviewed for a 2020 documentary and spoke about how the experience affected them, and all their stories were eerily similar.
I believe it. I told you, I watched this documentary on Unsolved Mysteries about two people in Western Mass that were together, and they both had the same exact story. and they haven't seen each other in like 40 years. So listen. Just be can we get some transparency a little more transparency about this? Here's another one, real quick. I might have mentioned this to you last night, guys, but this guy went fishing and he tried to pull up a fish, but it was too strong. So he owned scuba gear and on the water, and he went down and he found a giant airplane. He called the local authorities and said, "Hey, there's an airplane in the water." And all of a sudden, CIA and undercover people, they all went down and found it, and they told him like he couldn't talk about it. So I need more on that one. I need more.
Yeah, I don't understand people who don't believe in aliens.
Do you want to know what's funny?
I think you're kind of a moron if you don't believe in aliens.
I'm intrigued, but at the same time, I'm freaked out. Like, I'm open to it. I'm open to the idea that there is more than one life form.
Yeah, I mean, if you think we're the only people that exist, good luck to you.
Do you notice most people, though, when they talk about aliens, it's generally, like, we see that portrayal, right? The
Hollywood alien.
Like Signs?
Yes.
Remember Signs? That's how, or Mars Attacks, you know? And I
mean, the United States government, however you feel about them for a myriad of reasons, has confirmed, other governments around the world have confirmed aliens do exist.
There's an area.
Yes. So if you're still arguing that point, I can't really help you.
But Matt Collins, huh? What do you think his attachment is to this?
Matt Collins is a wide receiver in the NFL, so they always have thoughts and takes on just about everything. So I think all these wide receivers have, since the history of the NFL NFL wide receivers they always have takes, and that's why we love them.
Does Matt Collins seem like a holistic person? Like
he walks around barefoot 24/7, Joe?
Yeah.
I would say that's a fair assumption.
Yes. Okay. I just thought it's interesting that I feel like, Rob Gronkowski, I think, would be really interested in this. Was there anybody on the Patriots that ever had anything like this before?
If they had their own Carl Everett, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I'm sure. But Bill probably was, kept it under wraps.
Hey, is it you might as well or mine as well?
You might as well.
Yeah, because but somebody just tweeted at me, you mine as well. But like, you know how people always screw up lines? It's you might as well. Maybe you did a typo, but I'm not calling you out. You made me think. What do we got for birthdays today, Skaz? Let's see what we have. Oh, any other musings you got going on?
No real musings. Trying to buy a house, that's my musing. Miserable experience. Exactly. Yeah, not fun.
Jason Momoa. He's an attractive man.
Good-looking guy.
I can be honest about that.
I believe he's dating the very attractive woman from Andor. It's a very good-looking couple right there.
Joe Elliott, 66 years old. Chuck D, 65 years old. Sam Mendes is 60 years old today. And, well, let's look up some great ones. Jerry Garcia, rest in peace. Dom DeLuise. People think I look like him. Oh, you had that one ready?
Little Jerry for Jerry. People have told you look like Dom DeLuise.
Look him up.
I'll have to look him up.
This makes me want to smoke weed and eat Ben and Jerry's half-baked.
Joe goes half-baked is what he's thinking of. He was like on The Price is Right. He was yelling out the answer.
I could have said Cherry Garcia,
but that's not where you were going.
But I went half-baked,
and Joe was right there.
Did you? You know where Apex is? One of our proud partners.
Yeah, I used to. That's probably one of the first times I met Joe Murray after Hooters.
That's
was
right.
at Apex,
right across the street from Apex, guys. A Ben and Jerry's. And when the last time I went in there, the guy goes, "Hey man, I suggest doing this and this, and I can put it in a cart, but you can't tell anybody." And I said, "All right." It was great. Hey, here's one for you, just random. When you order ice cream, right? Are you cone or cup? Because I'm both.
If I'm ordering ice cream, it's a blizzard. So like I guess that's technically a cup.
Okay. So what I like to do is get a cup of ice cream and ask for a cone on the side. And what I do is I scoop the ice cream with my cone. Is anybody opposed to that?
No opposition back here.
But cone versus cup's kind of a big thing. Like, if we did a this or that and you can only have one forever, what would it be? Mine would be a cup.
Cups.
Yeah, cups.
It's just, and I love a good cone, don't get me wrong, but just for convenience sake.
Nice little swirl in a cone.
Oh, on the beach? That's a beach ice cream right there.
Do you know that I can inhale ice cream? No, what I mean by it is like breathe it. So, again, I worked at a McDonald's.
Oh, and your ice cream machine actually worked there?
Oh, yeah, I made sure that thing worked till 10:30. It's so light and so, like, creamy that you guys are the worst. Can't even say cream on the radio anymore without somebody looking at you funny. But and do people know what I'm talking about there? With a soft serve, you just scoop it right in there.
You're not letting any drips happen.
No dripping.
There's no drip on that cone.
You gotta lick it. Never mind. Let's go to break. Anything else? Any other birthdays? Did we miss any?
I mean, I think we got the big Brad Faxon, local guy.
Coolio. Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah, I don't have a ton.
All right. Well, we're bringing the boys back in. But I got something for Luke, our intern. Well, they're with us next, and we'll ask Luke about the trade deadline and the Red Sox win tonight, too. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Bertrand. Weekday mornings at 10 on the Sports Hub. Around here, we call them the Joe Murray pre-party. It's Felger and Mazz afternoons right now. Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Luke and I'm in a Joe sandwich right now.
What would be in a big Joe sandwich?
What would be in my sandwich?
Well, he's in the middle.
Oh.
So what's in the Joe sandwich?
Well, I know you don't like lettuce.
What if we just did mayonnaise?
Just
and
mayonnaise?
no onions.
Nothing.
Bread and
no
mayo?
no peppers.
No cheese?
No cheese. We can do cheese.
Cheese, mayo.
Just when it comes to condiments.
What kind of cheese do you like, Joe?
I love all cheese.
Uh-huh.
I love a nice pastrami and Swiss.
Swiss is good. Swiss goes hard.
I like provolone.
I like provolone as well.
When it comes to other stuff, but I'll go American cheese all day, baby.
What about Munster cheese? Never heard of Munster cheese?
Munster?
Yeah.
Maybe
it's like Italian.
I mean, I might know what it is, but let me just look at it so I can.
Munster.
Munster cheese. I like Cabot slices that I get. Oh yeah, I like Munster. Yeah,
it's a solid cheese.
Sorry, I didn't know that's what it was called. I just eat it. Hey, can I have this piece of cheese? Yeah, no problem. All right, let's react, guys. Luke, first off, before we talk about the win tonight, you spoke before the deadline that you'd be okay if they stood still.
No, not what I said.
What did
Not
you
what I
say
said.
then?
I was more selective than you were.
Okay, and so the deadline is coming past.
Correct.
How do you feel? How'd you feel?
Not good. Because Dustin May and Steven Matz is not buying. No, any way you look at it, that's not buying. That's saying we're not going to do nothing, so we're going to make it look like we actually tried, but we didn't actually make a concerted effort to go all in this year.
The Red Sox.
Correct. Craig Breslow in particular.
So, you don't like who they got.
Nope.
But you were selective of who they
Well,
went
it's
after.
not that Steven Matz can't help the team. You know what I mean? Like, Steven Matz can be a better version of Brendan Bernardino. But that's not what they were looking for at the deadline. I had this thought come across my mind last night. Why has nobody traded for Brent Rooker?
Was he available?
He's just rotting away in Sacramento right now. Brent Rooker is one of the 15 best hitters in Major League Baseball.
I think that the trade deadline is turning into a place where sellers really cash in.
Yes, it's a seller's market every year. It's become that.
And, I think Joe Ryan gets traded in the offseason.
I agree. I think
Brent Rooker gets traded in the
I think Joe Ryan probably gets traded to the Red Sox in the offseason.
Yeah, and it won't be the deal that would have happened.
I think it's going to be at a cheaper price.
Like, for example, Crochet, they offered Marcelo Meyer and...
they wanted Meyer and Anthony, yeah. Yep. And the Red Sox...
No.
And not in a million years.
Yeah.
I love Garrett Crochet.
They waited until the offseason when it was a softer market.
And it didn't cost any Major League players.
So do we look at the Red Sox as not being aggressive enough because you need to be aggressive? Every team was aggressive. Every competing team was.
The Detroit Tigers were not aggressive, Joe. They got
they got Charlie Morton, but still they did.
42-year-old Charlie Morton.
Yeah, but
they got 42.
Yeah, but I'm not being would you rather Charlie Morton or Dustin May?
Dustin May, probably.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think I'm with Luke on this one.
Yeah.
Charlie Morton is legitimately 42 years old.
Look what they gave. Did they have to give up?
I think that
Tibbs and...
Yeah, but
the return was bad.
Yeah, let's admit it. Like, it's Blaze Jordan.
But I'd rather have the better player. I don't care about prospects.
You're right, and I know there's a list that we have of prospects.
Tibbs is at Greenville, right? Is he a double-A?
He just you got nothing in the Devers trade.
Sure, I absolutely agree
over.
on that. Absolutely agree.
I do think the trade deadline makes the Devers trade look worse.
Yes.
So they won today. Do you feel better about the trade deadline?
No, it doesn't impact that. Doesn't impact anything that happened 28 hours ago.
See, do you get my point about you can't pick and choose who the Red Sox should go after because they don't go after anybody. They go after winning a deal. Like, they feel like giving up Blaze Jordan is winning the deal. They lost the deal for Dustin May because they were desperate and needed an arm. You know what I mean?
Well, hold on. First of all, I'm not sure that it's fair to say that either side won. You're giving up Dustin May for what, 2 or 3 prospects
Dodgers
that are
have given up their trash and the Red Sox have taken it.
And who's going to start for the Dodgers now when they
I don't
already
know.
have everybody on the injured list?
That's not my job. My job is to
right, but you're saying the Dodgers won the.
I think the Dodgers got the better deal in the
Okay, they got a 4 out of 10 instead of a 2 out of 10. I mean,
so let's do Joe math on that one.
Sure, yeah. Congrats
Thank you.
on your 4 out of 10 trade. Great job.
Jeez, don't give me any credit or anything for being right. God, you're tough. What are your standards?
In terms of
anything in life,
pretty high.
What impresses you?
Depends on the context.
What's a good show that you've watched that's impressed you?
I don't normally watch a lot of television. You know, here, Joe, I watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night.
How was it?
I thought it was solid. Agree with everything
Were
that
you
guys
impressed?
said. I wouldn't use the word impressed, but I wasn't, disappointed.
Okay. Have you seen Happy Gilmore 2, Joe?
I have seen Happy Gilmore 2.
What was your...
I loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it. I thought it was a great rendition to the first one. Obviously not nearly as good, but I'm a sucker for those type of movies.
Me too.
Those bad
Nostalgia,
movies.
yeah.
You know they're going to be bad, but they bring in all those cameos of all the people you love. And
I love my attention being taken away for 2.5 hours and laughing.
Exactly.
And I'll remember it. I laughed when I saw that. But
I thought the first, with John Daly, I thought
that was great.
He just cracked me.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed at how bad at baseball Connor Wong is. Does that count?
Well, he had 2 hits the other night.
Okay. It's the first time in his career he's done that?
I don't know if it's the first time. It's the first time this year, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about
Red hot week for Connor
when
Wong?
you
He
have
had
a
3
meal-
hits this week.
What meals impress you? Does your mom cook something and you're like, Mom, this is the best you've ever made?
Yeah, frequently.
What are those, please?
She makes good pasta.
What kind of what's pasta for you?
It's a very general.
Well, me,
question.
I like bolognese. I
don't discriminate. Any pasta.
What kind of pasta that you rave about? Is it okay?
She makes really good I don't know what the name of the pasta is. It's the one little tiny squares.
Do you ever go to a restaurant and you're like, man, that place impressed me?
Yeah, absolutely.
What name of place that's impressed you?
I had Camellos last night. Camellos always impresses me.
Have I talked to you
about it earlier? Yeah, Camellos is unbelievable.
I like Fiorella's over there too. Shout out.
You prefer Fiorella's to Camellos?
Well,
my parents do. I'm out on that.
If I want pasta, I'm going to.
Well, yeah, because Fiorella's has a restaurant.
If I go to Camellas, I want the mess.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You ever had either?
No.
Okay.
Never had either of these.
Mess is good.
I've had Camellas.
Fiorella's dropped off
pizza.
here before.
Yeah, I've had Camellas pizza.
You've had Camellas dropped off here?
No, Fiorella's says.
Oh.
Camellas played football.
I thought Camellas was good, not great.
Oh, they're good. They're fine.
Disagree.
Yeah.
They're great. They're great.
I thought it was
great
great.
messes. Anyways,
every
all
time
right.
I'm like, yeah, it's great.
Moving on. Joe, what's your favorite breakfast?
It has to be the McGriddle from McDonald's.
Okay, so this is outside of a home.
Oh, are we in a home diner
Joe,
setting?
it doesn't matter the setting.
I'm still going
What's your favorite?
one McGriddle from McDonald's.
So a McGriddle sandwich would be your number one over a Bagel World sandwich.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for me, I love Bagel World's French toast, sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, that's in the same realm. What is the McGriddle technically? A waffle with syrup infused?
Yeah. There's a place called Cracked. There's a couple of locations. They make a live free or die on a nice little croissant. And they're sausages, maple, and amazing. So do you like maple?
I love maple. Yeah, maple syrup. Couldn't get enough of it.
So maybe
I put it on eggs.
I do too.
Oh, Skaz, help me out. That's disgusting.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Maple syrup on eggs?
That's a little much for me.
Come on, guys.
Did you put ketchup on eggs?
I do.
No ketchup for me.
hot
Ketchup
sauce
is
on-
fine.
Hot
though.
sauce on eggs is good.
Hot sauce I'll do occasionally.
Maple syrup on eggs?
It's delicious.
Come on. Oh.
He said he didn't discriminate.
You
when
get
it
the
came to
salty
food, remember?
sweet. Come on.
Well, no, I said I don't
Remember he said he
discriminate.
didn't?
No, I said I don't discriminate when it comes to pasta.
but
Get
he's
some
now-
fresh
but-
Vermont maple syrup on
With
those
with
eggs.
breakfast food, I will discriminate.
Okay.
Correct.
Luke, what don't you eat for breakfast?
A lot of things. First of all, normally 9 times out of 10, I eat normal food for breakfast.
What's that?
Maybe twice a month will I have breakfast food for breakfast.
What is normal food?
Like this morning, I had like, what did I like this? Yeah, this morning I had like, I guess that counts as breakfast food, like fried eggs and avocado. We were talking about this the other night.
You had fried eggs and
Correct.
avocado for
Correct.
breakfast.
And fruit.
Do you have avocado for breakfast?
No, I have a very weird breakfast.
But have you ever had avocado for breakfast?
So, Joe, you mean to tell me you can't throw avocado in a burrito bowl? You can't throw avocado in
never
there?
ate avocado in my life and don't plan on it.
I've had avocado.
You've never had avocado ever in your life?
Never in my life.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't want it.
Why? Like, is it like a visual thing? Like, what is it?
I don't like guacamole, no.
Okay, then, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Have you ever had guacamole?
I've dipped in it, and I don't
Yeah,
like
so you've
it.
had avocado.
I also don't like the smell of it, and I also hate the squish of it when it's made in front of me.
It does get
Wow.
moldy very quick, guacamole. I have one.
I just don't want guac. You guys can have all the guac. I don't want lettuce. You can have all the lettuce. He's very defensive that he doesn't like bacon.
Yeah, I'm out on bacon.
He doesn't like sausage.
No, I never said that. You're just putting
See,
words
I
in
don't
my
know
mouth.
what you say anymore. Tell everybody what you feel. Just tell everybody.
I don't like bacon. It's not that I enjoy sausage, but I will eat it.
All right, do you like a bagel?
Yeah.
Do you like a croissant?
Yeah, sure.
Do you
Less
like-
so than a bagel,
Okay,
but yeah.
pancakes.
Yeah, so yeah, we went over this, and I said I
Tell
prefer
Joe,
pancakes.
though.
Yeah, I prefer pancakes to waffles and what was it, French toast? Yeah. Out of those big three, I'm going pancakes all day.
So what would be your ideal breakfast?
If I could make like I would probably go like 2 fried eggs, avocado,
Eggs
chocolate
cooked in
chip
what?
pancake.
That's very important. Butter? Olive oil?
Yeah, butter,
All right.
butter. Well, you can like drizzle a little olive oil on top.
Okay.
You like olive oil, Joe?
I always start everything with olive oil.
Olive
and
oil is
butter.
fantastic.
I usually put butter on a pan, but
Yeah.
when I'm cooking,
I find that butter makes it easier to like pick up off the pan.
yes,
Yeah.
I use coconuts.
What were the donuts that you brought in here the other day? That you had, one of your friends brought. The donuts
Yes,
in?
Sweet Needs.
He had an Oreo donut that I took
one,
quite
yeah.
a liking
Oh, yeah,
to.
yeah. I think mine. I love a good old. To keep it simple, I like a nice coffee roll.
Coffee roll's good. Coffee roll's good.
But I prefer an apple fritter.
Where's
Does that fall
where's
under
the
the
best
donut
apple fritter,
category?
Joe? Where can you get the best apple fritter? Dunkin' apple fritter's good.
It's a good. I was gonna say Dunkin's. So
Dunkin' apple fritter and the coffee roll is
I
good.
don't go to Honeydew often,
I've never been to
but
Honeydew.
damn, they have huge donuts. But like, I don't know, if I was gonna get donuts, I'd try to go to maybe somewhere that wasn't a chain.
So like Cane's, even you wouldn't go? Cane's a
I
chain.
like Cane's.
Yeah, it's a chain though.
It's a North Shore chain. Yeah,
Yeah, you just said you wouldn't go somewhere with a chain,
I meant as like
like a
Dunk's
fast
or
food.
fast food.
Yeah. Okay, like a national chain.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
got to specify there. That's why I asked so many questions.
Anything else you want to ask him about breakfast foods? How do you like your eggs scrambled or over easy?
No, fried, sunny side up.
How do you do yours?
You like fried or what?
I never got to tell you guys my breakfast food.
Oh, please.
Oh my God,
I'm still waiting.
Joe, I'm so sorry.
So keep in mind, like Skaz, I stay up late and play video games, so I'm not going to bed till like 2 to 3. And
Oh, that's early.
Unless
Early night for you, Joe.
Unless I
Yeah.
have a street team event like the next morning, I will sleep until. So I
Tell
like
me
to
about
say
your breakfast.
Yeah. I like to say fasting, but I'm not really fasting. I wake up and the first thing I have is ground beef with jasmine rice.
See, I find ground beef in the morning to be outrageous.
Yeah, so that's my breakfast. I feel like I get full. I'm not eating.
So how do you make your rice in a rice pot? Or?
Rice in the morning is an interesting choice.
Yeah. Well, it's not really morning. It's 1 p.m.
Yeah, but first,
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
for me in the morning.
I do.
Yeah, that makes it less outrageous.
A lot of Asian food does egg on top of rice. It's very common.
I guess that's true. Yeah, well, you throw rice in a breakfast burrito or something like that too. Yeah, that's fair.
And then on top of that, this is where it gets a little crazy. That's when I dabble with different sauces, but my main sauce would be sugar-free maple syrup.
For what?
The ground beef and rice.
So ground beef, rice.
Guys, are
maple
you
syrup.
hearing this?
Ground beef, rice, maple syrup.
My biggest takeaway so far is
That's
that
my
Street Team Joe considers sleeping fasting. That's my biggest takeaway so far.
Yes, I have it 10 hours.
Maple syrup with
I'm
ground
sleeping
beef
10
and rice. This is wow.
Yeah, and that will get me filled up to, nighttime. I'm not, don't need to snack during the day because I'm just filled up on ground beef and rice and maple syrup. And then,
Classic meal.
Yeah, classic meal.
What's next, Joe?
What's the best restaurant to get?
No, hang on. Keep going with the breakfast. Bookmark the restaurant. Keep going.
So after that, I'll probably have a snack around.
What kind of snack?
3 or 4. I usually go with this is going to sound silly. It's like an Italian ice, like one you'd get off an ice cream truck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like cherry,
like a
or
Richie's slush or something like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I keep it simple.
Okay.
Even in like the
Italian
wintertime?
ice. Yeah, even in the winter.
Like an Italian ice.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
just a sweet Italian ice, and with that, I'll either have like a piece of fruit. Or a glass
Is this
of
still
wine.
breakfast?
No, this is 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
So this is like halfway between breakfast and dinner, and then for dinner, that's where I usually just make myself as many burritos as I see fit.
Okay,
which could be or go to Chipotle.
Are you eating after dinner or dinner the last meal?
No, I'd say dinner is the last meal.
Wow.
And then I just
what
go
time
to my
is
room
dinner,
and game.
Joe? It's 10:30 now. Is it dinner time yet?
I mean, I might have a second dinner.
Yeah.
I've already. This show kind of messes my schedule.
Listen,
up.
Domino's is open till how long tonight? Anyway,
I was looking at the crumble schedule. If there's a crumble nearby,
I know all about crumble.
Is there a crumble nearby, Joe?
Is there nearby?
Dedham.
Oh well,
no, it's not close.
He lives
I think there's one in Cambridge.
Woburn? No, okay, I'm not going.
I don't live in Woburn. Or are you saying there's one in Woburn?
I think so. Yes,
Okay.
there is one.
What would be your average eating schedule, Joe?
I work nights.
Yeah.
So there are times where my day doesn't start till 10 a.m. Today it started at like 7:38. But I made 2 eggs scrambled with maple sausage.
And added some maple syrup.
No, ketchup.
Ketchup.
And then I had a slice of pizza and I ate at 8 o'clock I had
What kind of pizza?
Was it Frank
just a
Pepe's
regular
still?
cheese pizza from Fulcinetti's down the
Did
street.
you run out of the Frank Pepe's?
We gave it to Trey.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he ate it all himself. I thought
my
he was,
God, I thought he was gonna
giving
share
it to like the BU crew. Nope.
Yeah.
He's smart on that one, by the way. But yeah, the food takes were pretty controversial here the other night. And I feel like he's kind of not. I think he's pulled back from the other night. You feel like he's pulled back, Skaz, Luke?
In what way?
You don't like cereal, right?
You don't like cereal?
He's pulled back.
No, it's not that I like. No, I
He
wouldn't.
doesn't
No,
answer
I
the
wouldn't
question.
eat cereal
Yes
for
or no,
breakfast.
do you like cereal?
No, all right. Not everything is that black and white.
Yes or no?
Not everything is that black and
All
white.
right, well, tell me if you do or if you don't. Then
I don't like it for breakfast.
Are you on the?
I'm kind of on his side on this one. Cereal is better at night.
Yeah.
I love cereal at night.
It's better
Give me
at
a
night.
bowl of Frosted Flakes in. Just does he like cereal or not?
It's time dependent, but yes.
Yeah, it depends, but yes.
What's your favorite cereal?
Frosted Flakes. Got to have some strawberries in it, though.
Have to, huh?
Not have to,
I'm
but
out.
like
I'm
it
out.
makes it way better.
I'm out on strawberries in my Frosted Flakes.
I thought you were going to say you're
I
out on
don't want
strawberries
anything in
general.
my Frosted Flakes besides milk, and I want to
kind of milk?
tear it down. I would go 2% whole milk.
Okay.
That's kind of how I roll.
You know what my grandma would do? Bless her soul. She would put extra cane sugar in her Frosted Flakes.
Wow.
I want to take
As if there's not enough of that stuff.
We
in it.
actually have to go to break. So Luke Fitzpatrick, you guys can hang out. Luke Fitzpatrick is here. He's going to give you our Sports Hub headlines right now. We're here until 11 o'clock. I see some people with food takes. We just have to pause for a little bit to pay some bills, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. We got Street Team Joe, known as Streaker Joe, and intern Luke here, who'll give you the headlines on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Red Sox walked off the Astros tonight, a game that was 1-0 for the vast majority of it. They tied it late in the game, and then in extra innings.
getting better.
Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Previews and stuff.
I can't wait.
And I know he has opinions about the Red Sox and the trade deadline. One other programming note. On Monday in the 8 o'clock hour, we are going to have future Wrestling Hall of Famer Matt Hardy on the show of the Hardy Boys. They'll be doing an event the weekend of August 10th at Kowloon. And I believe Jay Stu is going to be hanging out in studio. So Monday, 8 o'clock. And then Tuesday, Kendra Middleton will be in studio as we basically take you up until the first preseason game next Friday night. Which, Skaz, you have the night off. I'll be working past midnight. So I've gotten 3 texts in the last 5 minutes asking if Luke is mad or upset.
Because I wasn't as fiery as I was on Wednesday?
I just asked the questions. I don't know anything.
I'm good.
You're not mad or upset?
No.
Usually it's Luke that's asking the questions.
Yeah, what's there to be upset about? Sox won tonight.
So you're good?
I'm good. I promise.
Okay. Joe, do you think he's good?
He seems a little edgy over there.
Edgy?
I would use the word edge. He's got a little bit of an edge tonight.
And I didn't on Wednesday?
But it might not be wait, what if it's just directed at the Red Sox in their trade deadline?
I'm certainly not happy about that.
He's passionate about the Red Sox, and I understand. I just don't think we should pick and choose like what players they should get. Just get players. That's all I care about. Now, I understand, like, if you miss out on... Like, the Yankees got 2 closers. Like, you couldn't be in on one of them. This is what I mean.
I agree there.
This is what I mean about picking and choosing. It's like, just if someone's available and you identify them, just go get them. But you're good.
Promise.
Okay. All right.
Are you good, Joe?
I'm great. I'm going home in 4 minutes. Costa and Rozzy. What's up, Costa?
Joe.
What's up, buddy?
Joseph.
How you doing?
Mr. Murray. What's going on?
How you doing?
Well, I had to call in. I heard you guys were talking about breakfast. Sort of know a little thing about breakfast.
I was going to ask, do I know you? Are you from I'm from Hyde Park, obviously.
We had to talk a little bit ago. You might have forgot. There was a nice late night eatery in Rosny Square. Used to serve a little thing called Break the House.
Gotcha. Know exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead. Keep going.
So you're talking about toppings for eggs. And I'm going to bring up a story. Rosendale at the time, there's a lot of Irish. I'm half Irish myself, so Boga Mahone and Aaron Gobrow. Someone asked me for HP sauce. Has anybody ever heard of HP sauce?
Not that I'm aware
for
of.
breakfast. HP sauce is, I think, it might be even in English.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's like a British.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
It's basically A1.
Yeah, it's like molasses, right?
It's a vinegary, sweet molasses. And I say, to appease the customers, sure. Okay. I'll tell you. I mean, you put that on eggs, French toast, it gives it a little bit of a kick. I'll tell anybody out there, try it. You might be pleasantly surprised.
HP sauce, in or out?
HP sauce.
All right, Costa, you guys still open over there?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay, so that was your old man though who ran that place?
He was the secondary owner.
Got it. I know Luigi.
So we were in the middle, yeah.
You know Luigi over there?
I do know Luigi. He is a very nice man.
Yeah, I know him. You tell him I said hello.
I will. All right, Joe.
Appreciate you,
Have a good night. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I can't do any of the sweet stuff on eggs. Can't do it.
Maple syrup on eggs.
So good.
I had maple sausages today on eggs. Fantastic. Maybe I should jazz it up a little more.
Get a little maple syrup on there.
Okay. All right, guys. We got to get out of here before we leave. Skaz, thank you, sir. What do you guys got going on this weekend?
Working all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have our fantasy egging tomorrow.
Can you get some content?
Yeah, I will get some content on there. Yeah, 10 yards away, 3 eggs each. It's brutal.
All right. Well, listen,
Maple syrup
everybody.
with those eggs?
Yeah, well, you should. Has Tony Maserati passed Michael Felger as the most influential person in Boston sitting in John Henry's booth? We'll find out this weekend. I'll put that way. I should make a poll for that one. All right, for James Scaramuzzino, Street Team Joe Ariano, and Luke Fitzpatrick, I'm